Hi guys, and welcome back to the SN Studio for another Horus Heresy Battle Report. We are here, it's 3rd edition, and we are playing the Salamanders versus the Iron Warriors. We are playing the Crucible of War mission, which is a 4 objective based mission at 2,500 points. Now, this is something that we will be doing in the first couple of battle reports. I think there might even be some at 2,000 points just to get used to the rules and obviously making it a quicker game for you guys to enjoy at home. But in future, and when we get down to getting the rules as best as possible, we will probably go back to 3,000 points, which we think is going to be the standard points again in this edition. As for myself, I will be commanding the Salamanders. So a very cool army. I'm bringing a lot of the specific Legion units like the likes of the Fire Drakes, which I really like in this edition. And I'm also bringing, for the first time in the first couple of battle reports, a Kratos tank, which is a machine when it comes to vehicles, and you will see just how powerful it is in this edition. For my challenger, obviously it is Kayron. He's bringing and commanding the Iron Warriors, and again he's bringing a lot of infantry, some of those specific robots which you all love and enjoy, and again some Legion specific units for you guys to enjoy at home. With that said, that's the end of the introduction, so let's go straight into lists, with Kayron's list coming up first.
Hey guys, Kayron back again in the SN Studio for another Horus Heresy Battle Report 3.0. You know what it is, you've already seen the reports already that's been out, I'm sure. So, as you've seen by the intro, as well as Pardo's mentioned, I am playing the Iron Warriors, the 4th Legion. So let's go straight into the lists. So, for my High Command slot, I am bringing the brand new and freshly painted Warsmith for the studio. It is such a cool model, such a beastly model. And I can't wait to show and represent its rules onto the table. Can't give him anything else because, you know, it comes base as stock. But he will be unlocking a combat retinue. Nothing more I can say about him as he is. Moving on to my first command and my prime command slot, I do have a Legion Centurion. Now, he's been upgraded to have a Thunder Hammer and Paragon of Battle for his prime advantage. And he will be unlocking the Hammer of Olympia special Iron Warriors detachment, along with the Armored Fist detachment. Nothing more I can say about him. Hopefully he's going to, you know, bonk some people on the head with his lovely weapon skill 6 and extra attacks. So we'll have to wait and see. Moving on to my prime troop choice for my primary detachment, I do have a 10-man tactical squad. Now, these guys have just been upgraded to have a Vexilla and a Power Fist on the Sergeant. And they've actually been upgraded to have the Iron Warriors specific prime advantage being the Unfavored, it's called, which gives the unit expendable 1, which means whenever they are killed, if they score any points for my opponent killing them, those points are reduced by -1. So if you kill me with Vanguard 2, it's now Vanguard 1. So it's quite a cheeky way of denying some points. Moving on to my next troop choice, I then have another tactical squad of 10 man, just exactly the same. They're all fitted the same. Power Fist and Vexilla on the Sergeant. Power Fist on the Sergeant, Vexilla on a random guy. And that's all my troops for my primary. Moving on to my dedicated transport, I have 3 Rhinos kitted out the exact same way. So they're going to have multi-melters, dozer blades, and they're going to be rushing forward, dropping off my payloads, and then hopefully, you know, shooting some tanks on the side, shooting some armor. As you'll come to see, Pardo's brought some heavy armor in. So I've got to try and, you know, beat him to the melter before he gets me. Moving on to my combat retinue detachment. Now this is where a lot of my points have been thrown in. I am bringing one of the brand new units in 3.0, which is a Praetorian Command Squad. Now these guys are like the old Legion Command Squad that they've all got Artificer armor. They have a bit less choices weapon-wise, but I think they're still quite beastly for what they are. But yeah, there's going to be 8 of them with dual lightning claws. There's going to be 1 of them with a Power Fist, who is going to be having the Legion Banner. That's the one, I almost forgot the Legion Banner. And then the Sergeant's going to have a Thunder Hammer. Now, they are a prime slot for my combat retinue, so I have upgraded the Sergeant to be a Master Sergeant for this detachment. Only because, again, he goes up to weapon skill 6 now with a Thunder Hammer, so he's kind of like a pseudo-Centurion, and he can issue challenges and accept challenges. So, again, bonk on the head. We'll see what happens. And then moving on to my second retinue choice, it is going to be your unit of ×3 Iron Circle. You can't have a Warsmith and not lead an Iron Circle. The Iron Circle retinue, it just wouldn't work. Wouldn't be Iron Warriors. But yes, they're here. Let's see how they've changed from 2.0 to 3.0, because I know Paolo loved using them. So hopefully I'll feel the same love now in 3.0. Moving on to my Hammer of Olympia detachment. Now this detachment allows me to bring a lot of the units that I've brought into this table, so it's been very good that the Iron Warriors have this detachment. So the first choice, I will be bringing a Prime Shock Assault choice, being the Tyrant Siege Terminators. Now the Tyrant Siege Terminators have been upgraded for their Prime slot, being Master Sergeant once again. Of course, I can do this again because it is a different detachment, only one Master Sergeant per detachment. And they've also been upgraded to have Omniscopes, but other than that, they are stocked with their missile launchers and power fists. Next slot up is a Prime Troop slot, actually, which will be my last 10-man tactical squad, once again kitted out with a Vexilla and a power fist on the Sergeant, and their Prime advantage is once again the Unfavored, so Expendable 1. I'm not giving away many points here, well, that's the hope. And then lastly, for the heavy transport, they do have a Land Raider carrier now, actually, not Proteus, a Land Raider carrier. No extra upgrades on him, so base stock as he comes, because points, you know what it is, how it is. And then lastly, moving on to my final detachment, I do have an Armored Fist detachment, which is going to allow me to bring a heavy transport of a second Land Raider carrier. Once again, no upgrades on him, base stock as he comes. But that's my list. That's the entire of the glorious 4th Legion. We're now going to move over to Pardo's list, coming up next.
Into the fires of battle we go with the Salamanders at 2,500 points. Now, as my primary detachment, we have leading it all a Praetor in Artificer armor. This is my high command, and he is rocking a Paragon blade. He has unlocked a Veteran Carja, which we will go into in a few seconds' time. My prime command is a champion. He is rocking a Paragon blade, which he comes as stock, and I have paid, because of WYSIWYG, for the Combi Melter. And he is unlocking the Shock Assault detachment. As for his logical benefit, because he has a prime advantage, he has unlocked a Kratos to actually be in this primary detachment. As for my troops, we have 2 identical tactical squads. They are 10-man strong. We have a Nucio Vox and a Vexilla, which still acts the same. The Vexilla is basically +1 to combat resolution, and the Nucio Vox is actually quite good because it lets you remove statuses at the beginning of the turn. We also have the Sergeant is also rocking a forged, crafted Power Fist, which is a Power Fist, same stats as the Power Fist, but is damage 3. We also have an Assault Squad, a 15-man Assault Squad. We have 3 upgraded to have Power Axes. All the units has upgraded Combat Shields, which is now a 5-up in Vulnerable Save only in combat. And they do have a prime advantage. And I've gone for the specific one for the Salamanders, which is called Duty Before Death. And that basically grants me a 6-up Feel No Pain, which is very rare. Feel No Pain is very rare in the game. Now, Apothecaries do not give you Feel No Pain. More on that when we actually use Apothecaries, which you will see in some of our battle reports. Moving on to the Despoiler Squad. Again, it is a 15-man strong Despoiler Squad. We have 3 Power Axes, and the Sergeant is rocking a forged, crafted Power Fist. We also have a Vexilla in the unit and a Nucio Vox, which are 10 points each. As for dedicated transports in this primary detachment, we have 2 Rhinos. I have upgraded them to have multi-melters and dozer blades. So dozer blades basically ignore terrain. So if you have dozer blades, there's no -2. There's no dangerous terrain or dangerous terrain penalties. You can never be immobilized. But a dozer blade just does minuses you the 2 for moving through terrain. And because of my logical benefit, the Kratos is now in this detachment, as I've already stated. I'll just give you a guideline of what the Kratos have. So I've gone for the Melter Blast Cannon, which has the coaxial autocannon still, and I've gone for all the las cannon goodness. So front, right, and right, left las cannons, and sponson las cannons as well. Moving on to the veteran detachment, we have the fire drakes in here. So it is a 5-man fire drake unit. These guys are great. They've always been good. They are still good in this edition. The shields are different though. The shields grant damage 1 on any melter, flamer, volkite, and plasma. So if your melter is damage 8, it goes down to 1. It's not -1, it goes down to 1. So it's a pretty interesting shield. And they have also a heavy transport of a land raider carrier with extra las cannons as well. So front-mounted las cannons on there, as well as the sponson las cannons, which it always brings. And then finishing off and rounding off my list, we have the shock assault detachment, and this is quite simple. I basically have 2 pyroclast units. Both of them are 5-man strong and equipped as normal, and both of them are running forge crafted power fists for that damage 3 goodness. That is it, 2,500 points of salamander goodness. You've seen Kairon's list, so let's go straight on to war, and that's coming up next.
In the ash-choked skies of a dying world, fire meets iron. The Salamanders, stoic, self-sacrificing sons of Vulcan, stride into battle as living embodiments of endurance and flame. They are the protectors of the weak, warriors of compassion, and artisans of war. Wielding fire not merely as a weapon, but as a creed. A hope made manifest in the Emperor's burning flame. Across from them, the Iron Warriors prepare their calculated destruction. Cold, methodical, merciless. They are the antithesis of everything the Salamanders embrace. The siege breakers reduce worlds to dust, grinding through flesh and rockcrete alike. Today, justice and fury collide with cruelty and attrition, and the Forge of War will decide who emerges from the ruins.
The armies are deployed, the battlefield is ready, and we are ready for war. Welcome back to the SN Studio for another 3rd edition battle report. We are playing the Crucible of War at 2,500 points. Salamanders versus Iron Warriors. A different deployment. We are playing the Hammer and Anvil deployment. I am currently going first,
Yes.
which is a good thing because I don't think he's going to seize initiative. I
don't
hope
know, I
not,
feel
at
lucky.
least.
I feel it. I feel it.
Don't start. Don't
I
start.
feel it. I feel it.
As for the missions, for those of you new and have missed some of our other battle reports, which we actually have played this mission before in one of the battle reports you probably have seen in the earlier battle reports. 4 objectives on the table. We've actually placed them in a mirrored image, so we prefer
like a diamond.
we prefer this. We've played a lot of test games, actually a lot of them. We have realized that the high scoring sometimes gets a bit too much for the player that is closest to the objective. So we put 2 in no man's land here in the middle, and then 1 in the borders of each of our deployment zones. So it's sort of diamond shape here going. Each of the objectives are worth 2 points.
Yes, they are.
We also have Slay the Warlord for 2 points. We have Last Man Standing for 2 points. And First Strike for
4 points.
4 points. There we go. So a cracking first turn for both of us if we do kill something.
Yes.
Now, let's go through deployment very quickly. I'm going first, so let's go for the Salamanders. We've got their sword squad here, flanking on the left. Remember, they can deep strike, but you can't charge from deep strike, so it isn't the best unless you want to go for hunting for objectives and stuff. Remember, these guys do have Feel No Pain for this game. Yep. Just beside them, we've got the Land Raider with the mighty Fire Drakes inside.
Yep.
I also have my Praetor inside there. And then moving up here, we've got the Kratos manning the center ground just in front of the tacticals and just beside of my first objective. Then we've got the 2 tactical squads. I want to make sure I have as much line on that objective as I can, just in case he starts shooting down the front one. I do have a spare just beside. Then just beside, we have the Despoiler squad, 15 man ready to run up the field and hopefully move on to that objective in the middle, because they are line 2.
Yes.
As for the assaults, they are Vanguards 2.
Yes.
Not line. And then finishing off my deployment there at the very end, we've got the 2 Rhinos with the Pyroclasts, and the one closest to the Despoilers, I have my champion in it, just for a bit of close combat goodness as I move up the field, because I have seen that there's a Land Raider. And when there's a Land Raider, there's things that are very potent inside.
Inside said
so,
Land Raider. Yes.
Talking about that Land Raider, do you want to go through your deployment?
My deployment, yep. So this Land Raider, as you've already like to point out, has the Tyrant Siege Terminators and my Centurion with Paragon of Battle.
Okay.
So that's good. In this Rhino right here, I've got a lovely 10-man squad.
Lovely.
Nothing special about them. They are expendable though.
Okay.
So if you kill me, that's alright, I guess. I don't mind. Moving on to this Rhino over here, there's another 10-man squad in there. They are not expendable. They are favored. They're favored. But the Rhino next to them, they are unfavored, so they are also expendable.
Perfect.
So it doesn't matter.
So this one and that one over there.
Here, yeah.
Okay,
furthest flanks.
Yeah. So if I kill them with Vanguard, I just, for example, if I have Vanguard 2, I will just get Vanguard 1 instead.
Exactly. Over here in the I say middle, far right, you see we've got the lovely Iron Circle with the brand new painted Warsmith. Hopefully he doesn't new model syndrome and
die straight away.
Die straight away, yep. And then in here, of course, I have the 10 veterans with dual lightning claws.
Perfect. And I think that's everything on the table as well, right? Nothing in reinforcements.
Nothing in reinforcements, no.
Which I like. Everything there clearly to nice kill and burn. Lovely. So you're currently going second. Do you want to try and seize the initiative?
Of course I'm going to seize the initiative.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to seize
using
the
SN dice, 5 sides with SN logo, 1 side with the I just stole, which that's the important one. So hopefully we don't see that one. No, we don't. No, okay, so that is turn 1 for the Salamanders. Coming up.
Bitter and bitter.
And we're back, moving over for the Salamanders on turn 1. So we've got the Assault Marines moving up, or not rushing, just moving. They move 12. They are Vanguard, so it means that they can only gain 1 point for that objective, but a point worth it. Yes. I've moved up with my Land Raider. I've moved 8 inches up, which is its full movement with the Kratos. Shuffled up again with both of the tactical squads. Now both of them swarming that objective in the back. I have rushed up with my assault squad, no, Despoiler squad. And rush is the new name for run. There's no running, there is rushing.
Only rushing.
And then I have moved up 10 inches, or is it 10 inches, the Rhinos? 12, isn't it? 12
inches, yeah.
Moved up 12 inches, disembark straight away. Again, this is new to the initiative, so you can move flat out with your any vehicle and still disembark if it is a transport. So I moved out 7 inches. You can move from any point on the side, so it doesn't have to be from the door. They've cleared, again, a bit more or less clanky of where the door is and where you move from the door. So you place a model and then you move up. Only 3 from each of the squads can fire their shots. So that is all my movement. There hasn't been any reactions because the only thing that I'm close to is vehicles, and vehicles can't move react because it is an initiative. Or I think that's how we see it.
Yeah, initiative based.
So let's go straight on to shooting. coming up. Starting in the shooting phase, we've got the Kratos tank. Probably the most broken thing we've seen
in the game.
with all the games we have played in playtesting and obviously in shooting. So I think this will have a bit of a nerf because we think that there's a mistake in the book where the melter range is too much. Because all melters have melter range within a third more or less of their range,
normally.
Whilst this one has its in two-thirds, the opposite way instead. So melter 24.
Yeah, range 36, melter 24.
So melter gives you double the damage, damage, and armor bane. So you're going to see how strong that is. Okay. Okay. So we're going to start off. I'm going to go straight into the melter cannon because I'm going to show.
I'm going to smoke screen.
You're going to you should. I don't have searchlight, so you will be smoke screening on a 5-up. So 2 shots. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, one hit, which is good for you.
Yep.
And then strength 10 because I have, what's the rule he has? Stable, which means that he acts as if he didn't move.
Yes, and he can fire, when you fire all your weapons at different targets, you never have to snap.
Yeah, now when you snap at different targets, you do have to shoot at multiple different, so you can't put like 2 las cannons into one and the heavy bolts in the other. Yep. Each gun has to go into something different targets. Okay, so strength 10 to your front armor of 14. So I need a 4.
4 pens. Okay, thank God for
3. It is a glance though, which no, it's not. Yeah, sorry, I needed a 4. I needed a 4.
On a 4.
Yes.
If I didn't save it with my smoke,
it would have been
damage 8, which instant kills the
Land Raider, which is crazy. We think it's a bit too much.
I think it's a bit too much.
So I don't think the autocannon can do anything. The autocannon is still strength 7.
I will double check. If you want to fire the las cannons first, I can double check.
Yes, I can do the las cannon. So I've got 3 las cannons in range,
yes, sir.
Which I'm going to do straight in. All hits.
Happy.
Strength 9. Not strength. Strength 9. These will be damaged too because I've acted and I didn't move. So that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Ooh,
nothing.
Nothing. I've been very lucky.
Okay.
And yeah, the autocannon is strength 7.
7, so can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
Okay, and what I'm going to do
this is a bad example. We're here saying like this is broken.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very good. But look, we've given you a chance. I'm going to move on to the Land Raider. Yep. I'm going to shoot into here.
Yep.
Smoke screen carries on for the duration of the turn.
Yes, it does.
Which is great. Things like shield wall, which is a specific one for. Is it a Legion one or is
any
it
unit?
Any units. It's not Legion, right? It's everything. It's in the main rulebook.
Oh, sorry. No, it is Legion specific.
It is Legion specific because Medic has it as well. So if you have shield keywords, basically -1 toughness to the unit.
+1 toughness.
+1 toughness and remains for the whole turn as well. So las cannons going in, hitting on 3s. 3 misses.
Nice.
And strength 9, so looking for 5 and 6s.
That's
1 6. So you do have a 5 up here.
Yes, I do. No, so I've lost 1 wound.
1 wound because I have moved, so it's only damage 1.
So down to 6 wounds.
Not very good. Let me have a think and we'll carry on shooting. Okay, starting on the other side now, we've got 2 rhinos firing into the rhino on the other side. So I'm going to start with 1. It's only 1 shot, so I need to hit on 3s. Which is a hit, and there's no twin linked anymore in this edition. Just in case you've seen, this is the first battle report you have seen. No twin linked anymore, so just 1 shot and
strength 8,
strength 8, front armor 12. Yep. So I need 4s to glance. And that is a 10.
And that is damage 3.
Damage 3. I think a rhino has 5.
A rhino does have 5. Yes.
Okay. The combi bolter or the 2 bolters can't hurt them. So I'll move on to my other multi-melter. And can you check, is multi-melter 1 shot?
It is
because
1 shot,
it was a 1-shot twin link.
Yeah, so it's one shot now, heavy range strength.
Okay, heavy range strength. So plus strength, and it goes up to strength 9.
It goes up to strength 9, yeah.
Okay, next one, hitting on 3s, misses. Now, we're going to go into the
Pyroclast.
Pyroclast, yeah. I'm going to go into the Pyroclast. I want to take that rhino with me. So I'm going to shoot the 3 in the front first, which are in melter range.
Yeah, this is your last shooting, isn't it? So
I've got the other unit beside it.
Yeah, I might as well have just, I might as well just smoke screen both.
Smoke screen, yes.
I've got nothing else I can
do.
Thinking ahead.
Good idea. And you have 2 left, so you might as well do it. Okay, so these are the ones in melter range. So I'm hitting on 3s.
That's 2
And then strength is 8. So again, 4s to glance, which become a pen because I'm in melter range, which gives me armor bane.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
But those are two. No, that's
And
not.
then the ones on the back, which are not in armor vein
Yep.
or melter range,
Or
but
melter
they
range.
still do damage.
Yes.
Hitting on 3s. 1 hit.
1 hit.
And now we 8.
Strength 8.
Still.
4s.
Force to glance, but it would be a glance. Yeah. Nothing.
Jesus.
Okay. What a bad turn.
We're going great.
Moving on to the next one, we're
Yep.
going to fight into the Land Raider, which you've smoke
Smoke
screened.
screen, yeah.
Okay, so the front ones, the ones in armor
vein.
vein, hitting on 3s. There's 2 hits.
Yep.
And then I need, strength is 8, so I
8.
need 6s. And
Yeah.
6s would become penetrating hits, and they would
At
double
damage
damage.
4.
At damage 4. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
Excellent. We love to
And
see
then
it.
the 2 on the back can't do anything.
No.
I can glance.
You can
them.
glance
I
them,
can
yes.
glance, yes. So hitting on 3s. 1 hits, and looking for 6, nothing.
I'd like to point out those are the same dice I used in the Sons of Horus. Oh, sorry, in the Sons
Yes,
of Horus
which
report,
did really well.
which did really bad.
Which really did bad.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
that's
this is
true.
just
You changed the dice.
I've
It's
changed
true.
my dice. Yeah.
Okay, that was a really, really, really horrible turn. I've killed nothing.
I would recommend
You charge.
charging.
Yes. Now, I haven't come out of a dedicated transport
No.
with an assault ram or
No.
an assault vehicle.
No.
So I wouldn't step up,
No.
correct?
No.
Am I within 6 inches? Oh, I should be because the front 6.
Yeah,
the
you are
front
within
3.
6 inches.
Okay, so I
You're
need
actually within 5.
5. So I need a
5 on 2 dice.
5 on 2 dice. Picking the highest.
Picking the highest. Okay, you're there.
That's 5. But don't I need the 6? Isn't it rounding up?
You're just within 5.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're just touching my track.
Okay,
Excellent. So that goes there, and you run forward.
okay. And then the other units, I think it's exactly the same then.
You're going to charge the
Yeah,
raider.
I'll charge the raider. Nothing there.
Nothing there.
No, but I do move. I move my.
I don't think you don't surge move anymore.
Don't you?
No, that's what step up is now. That's
Okay,
what you
that's
do.
it's true.
You don't surge move.
Okay, so combat. I
Yeah.
guess trying to get the.
I mean, it's really only the fist that can hurt me.
It's important for me to do anything
It is
because.
very important.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
on
have-
6s, no, 6s you glance me.
What's the back armor? 10.
10. So on
So
6s
I-
you can try glance. If you get double status, you could do wounds instead.
Wound, so hoping for that. Let's
Yeah.
get them dice ready and move into the combat. Only 1 attack each, which is surprising, but I think they did have. Oh, I think they had a lot of attacks actually. I can't remember.
in
Anyway,
2.0.
we're going to go for the important one, which is the sergeant with the forged power fist.
Yep.
So here we go. We're going to hit on 2s. Both
Okay,
hits.
both hit.
Because vehicles are weapon skill 1.
Now just
And
don't
then
roll double
my
up.
strength is 8, isn't it?
8.
Still.
So 2's glance.
So 2's glance and 3's pen.
Oh.
Okay, so there is a pen and it is damage 3 because
So he dies.
so he does die.
He does that.
They don't explode, so I don't have to do the rest of the attacks or anything like that. And
So I will
you
emergency
do
disembark.
need to emergency disembark. Let's put
Yes.
the models out and then we'll go through all I think you have to
I
do
think cool check.
a cool check. If not, you route, right?
If
No, if not, you
I-
get pinned.
pin. That's correct.
Okay, perfect. Let's bring the guys out. Okay, we're back and we have emergency disembark. Do you want to go
Yes.
through the disembarkation because
Yeah,
it's
I'll go through the
slightly new?
It's a bit weird, yeah. So the way it works is you have to base to base with the hull first of
Yep.
the vehicle, right? If you then no longer have space, you can base to base with a model that disembarked.
Okay.
So you can base to base there because that model disembarked. I can base to base to him.
This is a bit. It is a bit clanky. I think they'll FAQ it because
Yeah.
you can basically
You
conga
can
line
daisy chain your whole way.
all the way.
if you
so
have enough.
yeah, doesn't make sense, but hopefully FAQ day one.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe there's an FAQ already after this. So now you take a cool check.
Cool check.
If not, you are pinned, I believe. Yeah,
So huzzah, I'm fine.
and you're fine because your cool is 8.
7.
It's 7. 7. Okay, perfect. Your leadership is 8 though, in the sergeant, right?
leadership
But
is
cool
eight
is
on
7.
sergeant, But that cool is 7.
Okay, perfect. So I do get 4 points,
Yes, you do.
and I do score
From that desperate attempt.
4 points for here
Yep, to 8.
to 8, and I
And
score
then
a
1
point here for 1
To
point,
9.
taking me to 9 points.
Yeah.
2-0 for the Iron Warriors, and on to turn 1 for the Iron Warriors coming up. We're back. Movement over for turn 1, Iron Warriors. And it's been amazing.
Yes.
There's been a lot of movement, a lot of things coming out of the
aggression.
transports, a lot of aggression. We like it. This reminds me of Isvan. So let's go and take us through your movements. What's going on?
Yeah, so these guys, this is Land Raider didn't move. And
Okay.
we've just decided to stay still just for the damage too.
Yep, perfect.
The Terminators got out just to hopefully try and step up into you, but
Yep.
you've reacted back.
Yeah, I didn't do it on the top down. I did it after.
Yeah.
I did forget about my movement reaction, and
That's
Kevin has
fine.
been nice to help me move
It
me back.
doesn't
So
matter.
you now with a step up of
1 inch.
because you what was it? You
Cause,
just
because
move
I'm
your
heavy, I only use my movement, not my movement plus my initiative.
yeah on the charts, which is basically a 1.
Yes.
And what else has happened? Then you've moved up with the tactical squad, the newly disembarked, emergency disembarked
Tactical squad.
tactical squad.
They've just pushed around this way,
Yep.
minusing 2 obviously. Well, they've rushed round, sorry.
Yep.
Minusing 2 for the terrain and such. So they're
Perfect.
just going to be there to hold that objective.
Okay.
Other than that,
Rhino rush, in the
Rhino
middle.
rush. I've dumped out 10 guys to hold that objective, and 2 rhinos have just pushed forward, hopefully to try and, hit twice, pen twice, and then that's like damage 8.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I think you're actually 10 wounds, so I don't actually think I'd kill you.
Probably.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Over here, disembarked first.
Disembarked first, and then
Moved the
reversed.
vehicle back, and then these guys have basically moved up 7 inches with the Iron Circle and
Exactly.
the Warsmith. That's about it for movement. I've only used 1 of my actions, so I'm down to 2. Let's go into shooting. Coming up. Okay, we're back. Starting the shooting phase, we've got the 2 rhinos with the multi-melters firing upon the Kratos. I will smoke screen here,
smoke screen, obviously.
taking me down to 1 reaction left.
Excellent.
So, go ahead, all yours.
Thank
You
you
are
very
melter range,
I am
so
melter
these would
range.
be damage 3, I suppose?
Damage 3 now, so now it's damage 6.
6, because it doubles. Okay.
Exactly. I can roll them both at the same time.
Yes,
or
because
just
you
smoke
can't
screen.
you can't kill it with 1 shot
With
anyway.
1 shot anyway. Yeah, exactly. So hitting on freeze. Well, it's gonna live.
Yep.
There you go. It's happy. And then it's
Strength 8 to my phantom armor 14, so
So
you need a
6.
6, which becomes a
pen,
penetrating.
But that's done nothing.
Yeah. So as you can see, even though they are in melter range, it's still very difficult
to
to
kill
take
this
down
thing.
these high armored vehicles.
Indeed.
Perfect. What else do we want?
So we're gonna fire las cannons and heavy bolters
Okay.
into these marines over here.
Okay. Everything into there.
Yeah, I think I want to try. I want to try and kill them off.
Interesting. Nothing I can do. There's no shrouded anymore.
Nope, no shards
So
anymore.
all
You
yours.
can return fire if you want to.
I can return fire, but I'm not within melter range.
You are not.
So no, all yours, all yours. Let's not
I mean,
let's
they,
not
they
spend.
could all return fire.
No.
I'm trying to tempt you.
Okay, so
Temptation.
4 last cannon shots.
4 las cannon shots. That's 2 hits, and then looking for 2s to kill. Really, that's 2 dead.
2 dead. Nothing I can do.
Any 2? I suppose the ones that are
because you haven't moved,
closest.
so damage 2. I think they're 2 wounds each, aren't
Yeah,
they?
the 2 wounds.
Okay, yeah, just those 2. Not
2
just
closest.
don't take my fist off.
I did not take your
No,
fist
no,
off,
I
no.
can see it from here.
Excellent. There it is.
Okay,
And
and then heavy bolts up, which is 6 shots.
6 shots indeed. I'll roll over here. Sorry, it's a bit awkward for yourself, isn't it? There you go. I haven't moved, so actually I get 2 additional shots. No,
No, the twin heavy bolts is just 6 shots.
just 6 shots. And then looking for freeze.
3 to
strength
1.
5.
Yep, 3 to 1.
So 3 saves, please. I don't believe you have artificial armor anymore. Yes, you do have artificial armor.
Do I? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
So just 2 ups. All passed.
Excellent. We love to see it. Very cool. Very cool. And then these big boys, I think we are going to, because you could melter me, and that's going to hurt.
Yes.
So I don't think
I
I want
still have 1 reaction. I was waiting for that, really,
you
to
were
be
ready
honest.
So I'll try and tempt you out more. I'm going to fire my shatter bolters, whatever
Okay.
they're called.
Yep.
Into-
Shrapnel cannons.
Shrapnel cannons. That's the one.
Yep.
Into the
Assault squad?
submarine. Yeah. Assault
Okay, all yours. You can
Excellent.
do that.
So I think actually I'm going to need a minute to just get the stats up.
Perfect.
Because I
Let's do
can't
that.
remember those.
Let's get things right. Okay, we're back, and basically it's heavy bolter stats with pinning, right?
And shred.
And shred. Nice. So shred is
+1 damage.
+1 damage on 6s to wounds.
On this case, it's 5s.
On 5s. Shred 5. Oof.
Shred 5. Very nice. So I'm hitting on freeze because their blister skill has been improved.
Okay.
So they're bliss skill 4 now. Excellent. And I'm wounding you on freeze,
Yes, sir.
but you're only 1 wound each, so the 5s doesn't really matter to you too
No,
much.
because those would be the double damage.
Those would be the double
But it's a good little addition to that.
You could definitely kill a couple
Okay, so I'm gonna roll your dice because I am an Iron Warrior, so I'm allowed to.
Oh, you are allowed, yeah.
I am an Iron Warrior fan, so so no artificial armor, so 3 ups here, and
That's
that
4
is
dead.
4 dead. Okay, so we'll get them from the front. I'll get them from the back. I think he's gonna make combat anyway because he's got his
Step
step up. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not this power fist. Not that power axe. That's for sure. Okay, what else do we have?
We're going to fire the last cannons into your last cannons.
Okay, remember you do have a combi grav
I do have a
on
combi
your
grav.
little guy.
What's the stats? Because it's no longer templates, is it?
It is a blast. It is just, I think it's a small blast, but it's one use only.
I think I can get it right here. Let's see. Grav weapons.
Combi grav.
I'll grab it. Let's see. Combi weapons. Combi graviton gun. Excellent. So it is a 3-inch blast template.
Yep. So let's do that. We can show off in case people haven't seen the new rule for blasts. Yep.
Exactly.
So what's your range?
My range for a combi grav is 18.
18. So you're more than enough.
More than enough, yep.
So
I'm going to try and actually be cheeky here.
Okay.
And see if I can hit your vehicle like that.
Perfect. Yep. So
I have to be on top of a model.
Yes, you have to be. The center circle has to be on the top of the model.
Right. So I'll do it like that. So
okay. Just hit it there. Yep. So you need to roll the dice to see if it hits first.
On
and
a
if it
2+.
Hits, yep. And it hits. So it hits
with the Iron Warrior symbol.
Yeah. It hits one guy.
2 guys.
2 guys and
does it hit the third guy there? I don't think so, right?
Yeah, I think it hits the third one as well. So 3 guys. What's the strength?
So strength for a combi grab is strength 6. So winning on 2s. It's breaching 6 up.
Okay.
And it's shock, but that only affects the vehicle.
Yeah, shock. What?
Shock pinned. So
pinned.
Can't let you move, but I don't think you really care.
But strength 6 doesn't do anything to a Land Raider, right?
No, it doesn't. So then, I suppose it's if I just hit you on a 5 or 6, that's what it is for shock.
That's what it was, right? Well, that's what it was. So we'll double check that anyway.
So for a 5 or 6?
Yep.
No.
Nothing.
So you're not shocked. And then for the Marines, so that's 2 extra saves.
And breaching 6 up, you said, right?
Breaching 6 up, yes.
Okay, so 2 up, 3 ups.
You're fine.
Passed.
Excellent.
Perfect. I'll let Kieran have a little think of what's next, and we'll catch you back in a jiffy. Okay, we're back, and grav does work like that. So on a 5 and a 6 to hit. But you hit on 2s, right?
Yes, and I hit on a 6, but the way it works is the vehicle has to be the target of the attack. So if I targeted the attack Marines, and then I got a 5 to 6...
You don't get the shock.
I don't get the shock.
Yeah, but if you target him on the roll of the hit, if it's a 5 or 6, you basically get it. It's not the wound. Yes. So we got that cleared. We've also on that side, so this is the learning curve for us, even though we've played about 6 or 7 games already. I reacted back, but then we remembered that if I react once, I can't react for the remaining turn. So Kieran has been nice enough for me, obviously we are still learning with you guys, to not react because it's much better to Overwatch, which is what I initially wanted to do.
Much better to Overwatch.
So we're going now into some more shooting.
Yep, so I'm going to be cheeky and just fire 2 las cannons from over there. I'm going to fire 2 las cannons first into the... Land Raider, and then 2 las cannons this way, and then the heavy bolter is going to snap fire into the... Oh no, it's a defensive weapon.
Yes, but it has to be a different units.
Yeah, into the Marines, yeah.
So it doesn't have to snap fire. None of those guns have to snap fire. Because Sponsons are defensive weapons as well.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. That's great. We love this.
We love this.
We love this. So 2 las cannons over here. It has moved though, so it's only damage 1.
Okay.
So 2 hits, and then 2s. That's 2 wounds, but you get a 6 on cover.
From?
Oh, you're not on the cover. No,
I'm not on cover. Yeah, so it's just
it's not 2.0 where I go straight through.
It's just 2 deads. Yeah, I don't have any cover. 1 dead?
Damage 1 only. I moved.
Oh yes, sorry. So 1 dead.
1.
Think.
Over here. Was that the fist? That was
to be honest, I might be cheeky, and there's no instant death anymore.
No.
I might be cheeky and put it on the Centurion because he's got 3 wounds.
He's got 3 wounds.
So I'll do that instead. So a 5 up.
2 5 ups.
Followed by a 5 up.
And
no, so he's down to 1 wound remaining. But look, that means that my guys are still alive.
And how could we forget? You have feel no pains.
From? These guys have feel no pain. Yes.
Duty before death.
Duty before death. I paid. I didn't pay, but I got a prime advantage on them for this. So 6 ups. Look, 2 are back, my friends. Run to your friends. You live. Okay, perfect. So what else are we shooting? So we've got 2 more las cannons going to the Land Raider here.
Yeah, and then heavy bolters into the Marines.
Okay, perfect. So let's roll in this little spot here.
Yeah, over here. So huzzah. So that's 1 hit. Perfect. And then looking for 5s and 6s. That's nothing.
Nothing there.
And then
no sunder.
No sunder, no. Heavy bolter. That's 2 failed. And then looking for 3s to wound you.
And this is into the assault squad as well, right?
So 2 more.
So
saves.
2 more.
If you fail these 2 and they die again, that would be really fun.
We haven't done anything with strength 2 or more, right? You haven't fired any.
I haven't wounded you on 2. Oh yes, I have wounded you on 2s of las cannons.
Did you fire into them?
Yeah.
Did you get any 2s?
I don't know. Let's try this again. Okay,
Okay, we'll roll that so we don't have to go back. So that's fine. Okay, because 1s and 2s, you don't get
How can we forget your
wounds.
trait?
Yes, so such a good trait. Salamanders are fire. Like everything's good with them.
Very
Okay,
good.
so 2 have gone through.
Yep, so 2 3
So 2 3-ups followed by 6-ups, followed by 6-ups. Okay, the guy that
came back is now dead.
Is now dead. Sorry, boy.
Excellent.
Okay, so this is all fired here.
Now's this.
We do have a quick bolter shot if you want here.
Oh yeah, why not? We might as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. So that's a 4, and then I do 4 again. No.
And that is nothing.
we love
Okay. They rushed. They're out of range.
Yep.
So it's basically down to
this.
the Iron Havocs. Not Iron Havocs.
The
Tyrant Siege Terminators. Yeah, there's no Iron Havocs.
No, there is no Iron Havocs.
No.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no Palatine Aquilade.
Yeah.
I'm very annoyed.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Let's
know what?
go.
I think we're gonna have to anyway because you know what? This is unfortunate. So I think we. Damn.
Just do it.
I'm just gonna because if I shoot them and then they shoot me back, they can't overwatch me. So
No,
that's what I'm going for here.
because I don't have. I can volley fire though because they have. What's the rule that they have?
Oh, they have implacable
Advance. So I'm snap firing though.
But you have templates.
But I have templates. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's strength
But
6.
I think I would do the melter still.
Okay, fair
My
enough.
snap firing.
You might as well.
Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't shoot both. Right. It's one profile or the other.
One profile.
Okay. So Overwatch then. Oh no, you shoot back. So you can shoot.
I shoot you first. Yeah.
What missiles are you going for? You've got a couple to choose
So I can
from.
do the 1 shot each at strength 9, AP 3, damage 1. But
Yes.
you have 2 up armor,
Yes.
and it's not going to help. So I'm going to do for the mass amount of shots
With breaching 6 up,
with
right?
breaching 6 up. That's
Okay.
correct.
Yeah, that's what the ones I was using against Jose.
And I've actually got
Jose the other day.
firing protocols 2, so I'm going to fire my combi
Yep,
bolters.
they've always that hasn't changed on them, which
No,
is great.
at all.
They are expensive though, 300 points
Yeah,
for a
for
5-man, and there's not much to it.
No,
There's not
at
much
all.
to it.
God. So anyway,
Stressful. 3s to hit also, with not ballistic skill 5 either,
no, not anymore.
and that was a horrible roll.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to kill each other. It seems like.
No, at all.
Seems like we don't want to kill each other.
So 3s. 2 of them are breaching, and 2 of them are 2 up.
Breaching 6 up on the smaller ones, right?
Breaching, yeah, breaching 6 up. Never
So
mind.
one wound goes through, which
You can take it on the. Oh, you can take it on the.
I don't. So there is a rule now
Yeah.
where if you start taking
It's on
wounds
different-
on a
Character.
on a model,
On a model.
it has to carry on.
Yeah. Different profile groups though. So for
Yes.
example, in this case, if you wanted to take 2 ups on your character,
Yeah.
you have to take them all on your character. You
Okay,
can't be
but
like 2 up, 2 up.
is there still the same thing where if he's wounded, I have to take it on him now?
No, it's per different attacks.
Per different attack. So
Yeah.
I can take it on normal guys
Yeah,
then.
you can take this on a normal
Okay,
guy if you
so
want.
2 ups on the normal guys.
There's a wound.
Not 1 wound,
And then-
and that would kill him.
That would kill him, yes.
That would kill him.
Unless
Okay,
you want to try and
perfect.
kill your character.
Is it also wound pools as well for
You can-
that?
Yeah, you can put it on the character if you want
No,
to.
I don't, because I want to challenge my character's champion's quite good. Perfect.
I've got all my combi bolters now as
Yes, combi bolters now, which
Yeah.
is a lot of shots. It's 4 shots
well.
each,
So 1, 2,
which is great to see. I think bolters
3.
should be a very good gun. And apart from that as well, chainswords are really good now.
Chainsaws are
So
very
it's
good,
2
yes.
iconic weapons. They do have shred, which means damage 2 on 6 to wounds.
Let's hit you with these. That's why lightning claws are very good now as well.
Yes,
Lightning claws
very
are
good.
rending and
Yeah.
breaching.
Yep.
So let's go with all this. Yeah, and then it's 4s to wound you. Oh no. It's okay. You're gonna roll all these as 1s, so
Okay.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. What were the strength of the missiles you just fired at me?
Strength 5, so I was only on
Strength
3.
five,
That's why
okay.
another reason I didn't do the strength 9 because I can't wound you on 2s.
Can't wound you on 2, so it would be the same wound.
Yes.
So 2 ups here.
Yes, sir. That's another
And
wound.
that's another wound, but I'm still there.
You're still there. That's what matters.
Okay, now I fire back. I'm going for the melter profiles.
Yeah. So 1 shot each.
So 3 shots,
Yes, sir.
and I'm going to do my combi as well on the
Yeah.
champion.
1
because
shot
he's modern.
combi melter.
So he's firing. He's hitting on 2s,
He's hitting on 2s.
and
hits.
these are hitting on 3s. So
1 missed.
1 missed, and then these are wounding on
On
2s.
Yeah.
Okay, and 4 ups, and if not, you're dead because
Yeah.
they would be go to damage. The damage to each.
Damage to each, yeah. Because
Yeah, the vehicle
Melter
is just-
doesn't work on.
Yeah, it's just on vehicles.
Vehicles.
It doesn't even work on dreadnoughts.
No, it doesn't even work on dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
Insane. That's 2 dead.
2 dead.
Not a good trade.
I'm happy with that. I think I can shoot my combi bolter as well, which is 2 shots, which I might as well hit on 2s and 4s. That's 1 more wound, please. A 1 would be nice.
No.
That is a 6. Perfect. So that's all your shooting.
Yes.
As for charges,
You owe me a pinning check over there.
I owe you a pinning check.
Oh, a panic check
from-
actually, because you've lost.
I've just lost 3, so I'm fine
You're
there.
fine there. What was the stats? Pinning. That's what it was.
Pinning from the shrapnel
the
bolters,
shrapnel
right?
cannons, yes.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
So I minus
So I
1.
need a cool.
Yeah. They
6,
are-
7,
ooh, they're
8.
pinned.
Ooh, they are pinned because my cool is 7, isn't it?
Yes, 6 now.
Okay,
because
so
that's one.
a pinning. They are pinned. I don't think any more leadership anywhere. Oh, they
Here?
do. Yeah, I've lost 3 there.
You've lost 3.
My centurion has.
leadership 9.
My consul has leadership. Is
Oh,
it leadership? It is leadership.
Leadership,
Yeah.
because this is to see if you
Yeah.
route.
Ooh,
Ooh. I might need to double check now.
yes, let's double check here live on
Live
camera.
on camera, because some
Um,
Praetors and consuls aren't as good as leadership.
See, I
as
think a
others.
champion should have
I think he's very inspiring. So
Yes.
hopefully a champion should have
leadership 8. 8. So I am
running. You're routed.
Okay, so routed 1d6 plus my initiative.
Initiative, yeah.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. Highest initiative?
Individual mod.
Individual bonus.
Yeah,
so
he's 8 all round. Wow.
nice. Okay, so he's running
10 inches.
10 inches, but I still have to be within coherency.
I think they're initiative 4, aren't they? So
Okay, this is good because this means that you might not kill anything now.
oh no, you're right. Yeah.
Okay, so that moves out. These guys basically can't fail, right?
But it's okay. I'm going to charge them.
Oh, that's true. Yes, because
Yes.
you can now charge something else, which you don't need to, even though you've shot at something else.
But if I charge them, they're going to overwatch me.
I don't have any more. Not Overwatch. I don't have any more reactions. I just
No,
Overwatch.
do you not?
No, so I used a movement reaction.
Yeah.
I used an shoot back reaction.
Yeah.
And I haven't shot the Overwatch yet. Yes, true.
Yeah, you've got one
What?
reaction left.
Because I've just shot back. I haven't Overwatched, have I?
No, you returned fire on me.
Yeah. So I've only done
And you
one
didn't-
movement.
What did you even move?
No, I didn't do any
Yeah, you got
movement.
2 reactions.
I moved. I did move. I'm sure I moved somewhere.
I don't remember you moving anything.
Did I move? No,
You
so I moved
you
them back.
Here and we moved back.
And then moved back because they could only do one reaction.
Yep.
And then I've shot back. So I've got 2 more.
I'm going to charge them.
You're going to charge them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use...
Because if I don't, next turn you're going to shoot me anyway.
Yeah, you might as well. So 5 melters coming in hot.
Yep. It's okay, you're going to fail all these.
Hitting on 3s.
Oh no.
2's 2 wounds.
Oh no.
That is 3 wounds. That is
no.
2 more dead.
This has been a horrible trade-off. This has been absolutely terrible.
300 points nearly gone now.
Nearly gone, yeah.
And then you want to charge in with that, right?
Yes.
So it's...
so I can still volley fire you.
yes, you can, which you might as well.
Because I volley fire you before you'd kill me, so I get extra shots there.
See, it's at the same time, right?
Yeah,
45?
it'll be at the same time. So I'll use my rockets on you then, I guess.
Okay.
We might as well,
Mhm.
if we've got them. I'll do my combi bolters first, why not? So it's all minus 2 guys that were there. So first guy, second guy, and then third guy. Because there was 3, right? Yeah, 3. I'm hitting you on 6s because...
5s, right?
5s, yeah, you
Yep,
snap fire on
snap
5s. Very true.
Depending on your ballistic skill.
Depending on
But
ballistic
you are implacable. What does that get?
I can fire my combi. I can fire
things
any
that
weapon.
aren't assault
Yes.
or things, but not heavy.
Not heavy, no. And
2 wounds.
yeah, 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 2 ups. That's fine.
You insult me.
And then you've got the
The
missiles,
missiles, which I might as well fire the breaching one. so
Same-
first,
same as
second.
before, right? Yeah.
Because I can't wound you on 2s,
now. No.
which is very, very
So
shameful.
5s. And 3s.
2.
2 ups, no breaching. Pass. Okay, now you do make it in because
Yep.
you do a step up. And if not, you basically are in anyway.
Yes.
And then I am going to use my advanced reaction here,
That one, yeah. You should.
which is the same as before. It is, I think it's 1. We have to see because there's some that cost a bit more. I don't know, just to make sure.
Yep.
But these guys do get +1 attack, +1 weapon skill, and a couple of extra things. But
Yes.
all yours because you
So-
can't really fail. You
No,
step
I
up.
I can
a
step up
total
straight
of
into you.
3 inches.
Yep. And then these guys can actually step up twice and maybe try and get into the
Okay.
land raider, or I might try and throw them into there to really
They
guarantee.
can step up twice.
Sorry, 2 inches.
2 inches.
2 inches.
Okay, so are you more than 8 inches away?
Am I more than 8 inches away? I am not. I am
No,
7
you
inches.
need a 7, so you would need a 5 on the charge.
5 on the charge, or if I step up 2 inches, I'll try and get into these guys, which I think I'll do that instead.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go and try and go into these guys.
Okay, fair enough.
'Cause I need to kill them. So I'll step up 2 inches.
Okay.
They're just going to step up straight into combat.
Yeah, which I can't do anything about.
because You can't do anything about that, and I'd
Okay.
rather not give you the volley shots.
Yep, and then you're gonna we probably need like a 2 or 3. 3.
I say a 3. Yeah.
3. Yeah. So it's 2d6, and that's
just
fine.
above.
So that's the iron circle in. Let's go straight into combat. Coming up. Okay, just a small little boo-boo we've done. They were pinned, so that meant that they can't use any reactions. So ignore my special reaction for the Salamanders. Now, before we go into we're going to go into the easier and quicker assault on that side. A Praetor and one of your...
a Centurion, sorry.
A Centurion, not a Praetor. Yeah.
Not a Centurion.
Your Centurion and your...
My
Tyrant Siege Terminators,
yes.
Or Terminator, is going to go into mine. You are weapon skill 4 on the Terminator, same as me.
Yeah, but I am weapon skill 6.
Yes, and there's no challenges because there's no champions or commands or anything like that.
Exactly.
Perfect. So you go. I go first with my normal attacks, which is 4 attacks.
Hitting on 5.
There's, I think they've just got close combat weapons, right? So
so
basically nothing.
Base.
1 hits.
1 hit, wounding on 5s.
Wounded on 5s, use your toughness, majority toughness.
Yeah, I can use my majority weapon skill, which I can choose the higher one, which is 6.
Yeah.
And then my majority toughness is technically 5 because of the Terminator there.
Yeah, so it's fine, right?
So it's a bit cheeky how you can just be like, I'll pick the best.
So is that new?
That's how it's always been. Remember, if you had a 1-on-1, if you had like one character with
Yeah.
automata,
It's always majority.
It's always majority. Yeah. So that's that, and then the Power Fists are -3, aren't they?
Power Fists are -3.
The Thunder Hammer is -2. So
yes.
Thunder Hammer
so
will hit
you
first.
would hit first.
I hit you on 3s.
Yep. So that is 4 hits.
4 hits, and then 3s.
Why is it so many attacks though?
Because I have 5 attacks base.
A Centurion has 5.
I'm pretty sure it has 5 attacks base. Or have I been cheating you out there?
I think it's 4 on the Centurion.
Or am I thinking about a
Praetor or Paragon of Battle?
A champion, I think I'm thinking about. A champion has 5, so I think that's where I've been confused. A Centurion has 4.
4. Okay, so just roll
4,
again.
And then Paragon of Battle.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. That's 3 hits.
And then wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s because you can't wound on 2s.
Oh my god.
Okay, just 1. And 1 automatically dies.
Yes.
Okay, then we've got both of our fists to do.
Yes.
So we're both hitting on 4s, so we can do it at the same time. Okay,
1.
And then strength.
So winning on 2, winning on 3s actually.
Why?
Because your strength. Oh no, you're winning on 2s. You're right.
No, strength 8, right?
Yeah,
Still
strength 8. Yeah. For some reason I thought yours was worse.
2 wounds.
2 wounds and 1 dies.
1 wound. So 1 dies on my side.
And then
you have to do 1 at a time.
So he dies.
And he dies because it's damage 3. It's a forged fist. What is it called? Forged crafted. Forged crafted.
This is Salamanders suck, man. You guys get everything.
Go back, and yes, the Centurion is gone. He's there behind.
Don't mistake my smile.
He's just
I'm
there,
crying.
just behind there.
I'm crying.
Okay, so we're going into this combat. These guys are great. They have 3 attacks each, the Praetorian command squads, and lightning claws basically give you +2 attacks. So we're going with the normal initiative. They don't the normal initiative, right? They don't have a -1 or anything.
Now these would be great as Emperor's Children because they're initiative 5 on the charge.
Okay, and these are initiative 4 now.
These are initiative 4, yeah.
Perfect. Weapon skill 5 though?
Yeah, so hitting on 3s. So
that's a lot of dice.
What's really cool is if I would have got more 6s, that would have been cooler. But these are rending, so they automatically wound.
Yes.
And they're AP2 automatically.
And they're AP2 because they have breaching, right?
It's breaching 6 up as well.
Okay.
So let's get rid of all these.
Because they have rending and breaching, right?
Yes. And then I roll all these again.
And looking for 4s.
Looking for 4s. But 4s would go straight through you.
Yes.
So all these are AP2 as well.
Okay, for breaching?
For breaching, yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yes, it does.
Does it? Okay.
Why doesn't it?
Because they're AP2. And you don't get a save anyway because these are AP3.
Oh, it's true. It is. No, I do have combat shields.
Oh, you have combat shields?
Yeah. Everything has combat shields, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you do that?
So everything has a 5 up.
So all this is 5 up then?
Okay, so 5 ups. I'll roll it into plate.
Yep.
So 5 ups followed by 6 ups?
Yep.
5 ups followed by 6 ups. Am I feeling okay? And that is that amount dead on that side. And then 5s. And 6s. Okay, so all that is dead. How many is that?
All that is dead. So that is 3, 6, 9, 13 so far.
13. I think that's it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the unit.
That's the unit.
Dead.
I still had power fists.
Yeah.
And
Now I do still strike with my lightning claws and my chainsaws.
yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Chainsaws are not
Yeah.
-1.
No. So I'll do my lightning claws first, hitting on 5s.
Yep.
Nothing there.
Nothing there.
And then hitting on 5s with my chainswords. 2, 3 hits. And then they do have shred, which is damage 2 on 6s.
Yes.
4s to wounds. That is 3 wounds.
No damage 2?
No damage 2.
So 2 ups. So 1 wound.
1 wound, and they do have 2 wounds each, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So we put a little wound marker. That's the unit there. That gives you your 4 points for first. Is it first blood?
First strike.
First strike.
Yes.
So we both have 4 points. That concludes the turn.
Yes.
You would score 4 points here.
4 points there.
4 points there for 8, 12, and 2 points here because you're not Vanguard, right?
Yeah, not Vanguard.
Not Vanguard.
So 16 points.
16 points to my 9 on turn 1.
8.
8, is it 8?
Yeah. Oh no, it was 9, yes.
9 because I did get a point for,
you did get a point
for this.
for that guy.
Perfect. On to turn 2, Salamanders coming up. Turn 2 movement for the Salamanders over, and I have disembarked my Fire Drake squad with my Praetor and shuffled back with my Land Raider. And then a couple of units have shuffled here and there. I have moved forward with my Kratos, and I have shuffled most of my troops. My Despoiler squad have moved forward, and you did react with...
Against these guys.
Against those.
Yeah, they shuffled this way to get more flame templates, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going to
yeah, so that tactical squad has moved forward. My 2 Rhinos shuffled up as well to get into Melter range.
Yep.
And at the end of the movement phase, it's when you have to do your leadership test. To,
the route sub phase.
Route sub phase. And I failed, so
again.
He's running again. I rolled a 10, I think it was. And
10,
he has a cool of 8.
8.
Yeah, so yeah, not the best.
Well, leadership 8.
Leadership 8,
yeah.
leadership 8. And that is it for movement.
Yes.
And let's go straight on to shooting, get some dice ready, and go on to start, hopefully kill stuff this time.
No, you won't.
Starting with this Land Raider carrier, I'm going to shoot into the iron circle. So I've got 6 shots.
Well, I might as well
2,
do it. I might as well do it
5,
now, actually.
6.
I might as well shield wall.
Shield wall.
Because I was going to shield wall against the Kratos.
You can shield wall. It's for the whole phase.
Yeah.
So this is 6 shots, wasn't it? Because it's 2,
straight
2,
6
yeah, 6 up. So 3s. 3 misses.
Of course.
And then strength 9. So 2s to wound. Are they still toughness 7 anyway? So
now toughness 8 because of shield wall.
Toughness 8. So 1 wound only.
1 wound.
Damage 1.
1 5 up invulnerable save.
Yes, sir.
Which is why you don't lose out on anything because they give you a damage 2.
Good.
No.
Okay, so 1 wound dealt on there. I'm then going to move on to the Kratos to try and delete some of those iron circle.
Yeah.
So I am going to do my 4 las cannons first, which are damage 2 because he acts as if he didn't move.
Yes.
Again, 2 misses. Come on, let's start rolling. Wow.
These dice just don't like people.
3, so 1 wound.
1 wound.
Oh my god.
Ooh, what's that? That is a
1. So that's another. That's damage 2.
It's damage 1 because their shields.
Oh yes, the
damage.
shield's half damage. Yeah. So we've got an autocannon. Failed. And then my 2 shots from my multi blast
I don't think
cannon.
we'll see these dice ever again.
No. So that's 2 hits.
2
this
hits.
time.
That's what you want.
And then strength is 10.
Strength 10 because
Yeah.
you
So
didn't move.
choose to wound.
Choose to wound. That's a 1 and
That's
a
a
6.
1. Okay. That was really bad again.
1 5 up. No.
No.
So
So
that's
that
1
is
dead.
damage.
Damage 4,
4.
which becomes damage 2,
2.
but he's only on 2 wounds.
Perfect. Okay, so that's him done. These can't shoot. I've got a pistol from my Praetor, which I might as well do. If I shoot here, you don't really have guns, right?
No.
Okay, so I'll do a pistol really quickly there, hitting on 2s.
That's a
nothing.
1. Okay, yeah.
And, okay, let's do the melters on the other side,
Yeah.
Karen.
Are you going to flame me or melt him?
With what?
These guys?
No, I'm going to do the rhinos
Into the
first.
rhino, of course,
So
yeah.
into the Land Raider. Try and just
Yes.
kill it off. I don't like those last cannons.
Can I do anything to it? Yeah, I can. Okay, so I won't spend the reaction.
From armor being range, they're normally damage
Damage 3,
3, so they'll go to damage
6.
6. And you have 8 wounds.
and I've got 8 wounds.
Okay, so I need both of them, so I'll do both of
Yes.
them at the same time. Here we go.
It's 2
both
hits.
hits.
That's what you want.
And then
6s.
6s to pen, yeah,
Yeah.
because strength 8. That's 1/6.
That's 1/6.
So
That's 6
damage
wounds.
6. Perfect. And then can I do the combi, the 2 bolters into something else? No, because it's not. It is pintle
It's a
mounted.
pintle mounted
So
weapon.
you can shoot at something else, can't you?
At the nearest infantry.
No, I think that changed. Didn't we read that last time? I think you can fire at something else, but let's double check that. Okay, so we are back, and yes, they are both defensive weapons, meaning that they can fire different weapons at different units and still not snap fire because they act as defensive weapons.
Pintle mounted weapons, everybody.
So it's not the closest
Infantry unit
like before.
Yes.
Now, whilst we were off camera and Kieran was checking the rules, I fired these 2 tactical squads, which are a lot of shots. They haven't moved.
Yes.
And I also shot my combi bolters. It's not combi bolters anymore on the rhinos. It's dual bolters into the same units. There's about 30 wounds in there.
Yeah.
3 up saves, no artificial armor. Let's see if they can survive.
Maybe.
That is a very good roll.
That's
1
6.
more there. Wow, that is very good. I think
roll.
Maybe that's average, actually.
Is it? Yeah, I
Maybe
suppose,
that is average. Okay, so 6 dead. Now I am how many reactions have you still got?
1.
1. Okay, so I don't mind if you shoot back at me. So I'm gonna do my combi, my pistols into you now.
Yeah, I think I will shoot back at you.
Okay,
just
cool.
To give myself a better chance.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The last guy is not in range. And that is 3 misses, and then 4s. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds on your side.
All right, and then for you, that is 2 wounds on your side.
2 wounds on my side. Okay, so you do your 6. And that's
squad.
nearly as much as before. That's a squad, right?
That's a squad, yeah.
Okay, and then I do 2 3-ups. That is 1 dead. Who the last one is going to die for being the slowest one.
Yes.
Okay, should have got into shape, shouldn't I? Shouldn't he?
Caught a stray.
Yeah, let's call it Benji.
We'll call it
We're going
Benji.
to call that one Benji. Okay, so that's all my shooting. I might as well now then shoot my melters into the Land Raider.
Yeah, you might
from
as well.
the Pyroclasts.
There's not like it matters anymore, but that's side armor.
Yes, so 3s to hits. 2 hits, and then I am in melter range, so again strength 6s, right? Because that's the only thing that they get something else. What's the firepower they get?
It might be a bit better. We'll check. It's right here. Let's
Yeah.
see. No, the strength 8. So strength 8.
And what's for not moving? Do they get anything? No.
Nope. Nothing
Okay,
like
because
that.
they're assault, I think, aren't they? They're not
No.
heavy. Oh no.
No, they're not assault. They're just I think what was the special rule that we saw that they could fire? No, they could fire their flamers. Right? Is that it?
Ooh, they had
Because they have flame and melter. Oh, that's what it was. They have implacable advance. There you go. So yeah, you can fire your melters because it's not heavy, and you can fire your flamers because it's not heavy.
in body fire, right?
In body fire.
In body fire. Okay, so these are 2 hits. So looking for 6s, and that's a 6.
Always.
Damage is
Damage is 8
I mean,
now.
8. Is it that? Are they damage 4?
Damage. Oh, sorry. The damage. Sorry, damage 4 now.
Damage 4. Is that dead?
That's dead. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Not bad. A really bad start, but then a good start on the other side, clearing the lines over there. So we are going to go into a charge.
Yes.
No charge over there anymore.
No charge over
I've
here.
cleared the lines over there. I'm quite happy with that. So I'm going to charge these guys.
Yes.
What we haven't checked is multiple charges. That's what we haven't checked. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. This unit is sneaky.
I will be hitting before you. Yes.
Because any 6s to hit
Is an auto wound.
and
So-
AP2,
and
but not
AP2.
damage 2, right?
Not
But
damage
2.
1.
Do you have any characters in there?
I do not know.
So there's
Actually, my sergeant might be because he's a
I
Praetorian.
don't think he's a champion.
He might not be a champion. He probably is
No,
not a
you
champion.
have it there.
We'll have it right
Yeah,
here. Praetorian
if-
Command
because-
Squad. He is a champion.
He is a champion. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have a little challenge. I'll charge them. So just the lockstep of 1 inch it wouldn't because
you can. Oh no, because you're supposed to
heavy.
be outside an inch.
yeah, I'm outside an inch, so basically you can't lock up there because they are heavy. Even if it is assault, you still are heavy, right? So that we're getting used to the rules,
We're
guys.
getting used to it.
Okay, so I need 2d6, choosing the highest, and they're in.
Would you look at that? You're in.
Yes, perfect. Have you got any reactions?
I can't really shoot you.
No, you've finished, right? Because
I've got one left.
Wasn't the one? Didn't
Oh,
you
yeah, I
shoot
was
back?
gonna-
Yeah,
I
you
shot
shot
back,
back.
you're right, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, let's move them in and go straight into combat. Okay, we're back, and a bit of a change. It's my active turn, so I can only challenge. He hasn't got any reactions to use a reaction to what's it called?
Heroic
intervention. So he can't challenge me, and I think it's better to me to try and clear up a bit than going into a challenge and maybe dying. He is my warlord as well. So let's go straight into it. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. And that is 3 misses. I'm going to change dice, same as you did the other day. It's been horrific up to now. Okay, and then
wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3. Did I get any 6s though?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. Okay,
I was looking for those.
Double 1.
Oh my god!
This is how we're rolling today.
Can we do a whole video of just burning those dice one by one?
So bad. Okay, so we go into you because you are normal initiative, right?
I was hoping you'd kill one so I could start sharing dice around.
Okay,
I haven't got enough.
I can share. How many do you need?
I don't think I want your dice.
Well, how many? Is it 5 attacks each?
It's actually 6 attacks each.
Why?
Oh, sorry, 5 attacks each. I do have enough.
5 attacks each.
I was looking at the sergeant. My apologies.
Yeah, 5 attacks each.
So now I do have
because you have 3 base.
3 base.
Yeah,
and
5 rigs have 2 attacks each.
Plus 1 for the Thunderhammers.
It's bad. Thunderhammers, they're forge crafted.
They're forge.
Not enough. Okay, so you have enough dice now, right?
Yeah, now I've got enough dice.
Okay, cool.
That's very true.
Weapon skill 5 as well?
Yeah, weapon skill 5 to 5.
Okay.
So I'll be hitting you on 4s, but any 6s is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, automatically 1s. And there's a lot of 6s.
That's nice. That's nice. We love to see it.
6 and 6. And these are AP2 as well.
AP2 as well, yeah. That's nice. We like that.
Very nice.
And then we're taking out all the 3s and 2s and 1s. 3s, 2s and 1s. 3s, 2s and 1s.
Okay, and then these are wounding on
5s
because toughness 5.
Yeah, and 6s are breaching. So that's another breaching. And that's another save.
Perfect. No. So this is a 2-up.
Yes, that's a 2-up.
That's a pass, and these are
4-ups.
4? Is the
You're
drag
not 3-up invulnerables?
It's 4-up, right? Now I'm just thinking 5-ups instead.
Now your shields just change all the damage.
Okay, so 4-ups. Okay, so these are 1 dead,
2 dead,
2 dead. Perfect. Yes. So I can take them off from here, and then I hit with these. So these are hitting on 4s and killing on 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead.
All right. So 1, 2, 3.
And
4,
I have died
5,
with 2. And my and you do have a Thunderhammer at the same time.
And a Power Fist.
And a Power Fist, that's true.
Yes.
So still more attacks.
There are still more attacks, but obviously the Thunderhammer would strike at the same time as you.
Yes, and then minus 3 on the Power Fist.
Exactly.
I'm loving the initiative differences. It makes it a lot more flavorable for weapons.
Exactly. I like it as well because, as we mentioned, it's like I'm a sergeant who has 100 years experience.
Yeah, I'm a
proper
veteran.
I'm a praetor who has 200 years experience. So this would be the sergeant, which is 4 attacks. So 4s. Actually 3s, but that doesn't matter. Nice.
So wait, so that's fine. That's fine.
Actually, I get plus 1 more attack because he is a master sergeant.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 hit at least. 2s. 1 wound at least.
This is with the
because he's
Thunderhammer?
Yeah, with the Thunderhammer.
Which is damage 2, right?
Which
so
is damage 2. No, so that's another
so
one.
That's another one dead.
Because he's a master sergeant, I would hit you on 3s. And
okay, did you give him master sergeant?
I got him. I gave him master sergeant just so I could challenge you.
Yes, that's true.
I could do it anyway.
That's true. You could do it anyway. But you did increase your weapon skill, right?
Yes, that's why I was hitting you on 3s. And then this is the Bannerman, so hitting you on 4s, 1 hit, and wounding you on 2s. 1 wound.
Okay, damage 2 as well,
damage
right?
2 as well. Sorry, damage 2 as well.
4 up.
There, you're fine.
That one's passed. Okay, so you've done a total of 6 wounds. I've done a total of...
No, it's not wounds anymore.
Oh, it's not. 3 models.
3 models.
6 models.
I get plus 2.
Yes.
But I still lose by 1.
You still lose by 1, yeah.
So, because...
Yes. Oh, you do get 4 more models. Still.
Oh, I outnumber you.
You outnumber me.
So we're equal.
Yeah. So nothing happens, right?
No, nothing. We stay there.
Doesn't
the active player can choose what happens now, which is you. So you can choose if you want to take the first choice or you want me to make the first choice. I'll let you get, because you can either disengage. Nope. I can either fall back or hold.
Fall back and route automatically, or hold. I'll let you decide first.
This is the trick here. You always let your opponent pick, because now if I hold, now you get the choice whether you want to fall back or not.
Yes, and I can move on to objectives and stuff like that if I had the capability.
Fall back is usually route.
Because can I move? Can I not fall back? Can I? What do you want? It's what do you call it? It's fall back.
Yep.
And route. Yep. You can consolidate, or you can hold. No, what's the one that you just moved? What's that one called?
You can consolidate. Yeah, but you could only consolidate if I chose to fall back.
Okay, but isn't there one to disengage? That's
Disengage.
just for the loser, right?
For the loser. None of us
Okay.
have lost here, so none of us can choose.
Okay, perfect. So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to hold.
You're gonna hold.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can then just fall back, or I can hold. I'm gonna hold. It's just easier.
It's
But
just easier.
yeah, this is the clanky part. This is where you really need to read of what the things you can do. Personally, I think they put a bit too much. I think that the loser should not be able to do anything unless he fails to his leadership.
Yes.
If he loses, which in this time he hasn't. So yeah, let's go on to your turn 2.
My turn too, yes.
Coming up. Okay, we're back. Movement now over for the Iron Warriors on turn 2, and not a lot happening, but still some movement on some key parts. So do you want to take us through, Kieran?
Yeah, I'll take you through nice and simple. So the Iron Circle just shuffled around.
Yep.
I don't know why. I guess I just think.
Yeah, you just wanted to see. You actually said it, right? You said you want to be in a position where you have multiple
options
if need be. Yeah.
Exactly. Then these rhinos, one of them reversed and went that way, just to get within 18 inches to shoot a melter this way.
Perfect.
I need to start getting rid of this unit, as we'll come to see why. This rhino zoomed over this way, dropped off its inhabitants, and they've all come off to this objective, which I was taking until you
yes.
moved.
So you were taking, because remember, anybody can capture.
Yes.
Obviously, line units are better because you get more points if you do score. But you still, if there's another unit that is contesting, it comes down to whoever has more models within 3 inches of it. Now, if you have line, for example, you are line 2, so every model counts as 2 within 3 inches. So I have actually moved a movement reaction, which can now be any direction, and I'm now capturing by 1 model.
Yes.
So yeah,
I need to start gunning those down.
yes, you need to cut them down.
Bit of a gambit.
And then there's nothing else to do on that side. So
gave you that impression.
Yeah. So that is it, right?
Yep, that's it. They've stayed still, so they get the extra shots into these guys.
Perfect.
I'm going to return the favor.
Yes.
And that's it, yeah, because I haven't got a lot left. That Land Raider stayed still as well, because I was going to move him, but there's no real point, because I don't think I can do much to the Kratos, and I don't really want to start hurting it anymore, because it's like, well...
Yeah, I think the Kratos is going to have free will at the moment.
I think I don't want to waste the firepower.
Unless the Iron Circle can get in and do some damage, but...
Potentially, yeah, I could shock you with the hammers, but we'll have to deal with that first. That whole
so, shall we start shooting?
Yeah, we can start
shooting
straight
it's quite clear where you're going to shoot, right?
Yeah,
so where do you want to start?
Very easy. So we can start nice and simple. We're going to do first Rhino and Combi Bolter into... Actually, you know what? No. We'll start with these guys.
Okay.
Because they can only see like 2 guys.
Okay.
So if you take off them, then
it
starts limiting sights.
And remember,
yes,
you're missing something very important.
Am I?
Yes. What is it?
What is it?
If you see a model,
you can kill the whole model.
You can kill the whole unit.
They can only see 2 guys, so I shot this first, and you're like, oh, remove these 2 guys.
No, but remember, you can kill more than those 2 guys.
No, yeah, no, I know, but
it spills over.
I was saying, like, if I fight the Rhino,
okay, and I killed one, then the others
then they can't see.
Okay, now I understand you.
So 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guy. 4.
So just in case you didn't notice, you can kill things you don't see. If you kill 1 model, they won't spill into the whole unit. Don't know if I'm a big fan right now, but it does speed up the game.
Yeah, it does speed up the game heavily.
Yeah. So let's roll.
All this would be for 2 Marines.
So they haven't moved.
They haven't moved. So hitting on 3s. Excellent. So bang, bang, bang. So let's get rid of all these 1s and 2s.
Okay, that one's the 1 as well.
Excellent. And there's 1 there.
And then force to wound.
And then force to wound you. Not bad. I like that. Just get rid of all these. Not many wounds, good sir.
That's a 3. So 3 ups.
Yes. Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I shouldn't have used the dice. Okay, so I'll start from the back because I want to, without any axes as well. So if you want to do that for me. So
1 guy next to him is an axe.
Yeah, so we want to leave him there.
3, 4. That's a sergeant. That's a radio, and that. Oh, now this would start eating into your.
So
thing.
I'll take the Nucio Vox off.
Yep, because you haven't got your status, so there's no point.
So that's 4, right?
That's 5.
That's 5.
You need 1
I'll
more guy.
take
the the banner, because you've got 5 there,
I'll
5.
stay with the I'll take the Vigilia off. I don't think I'll...
That would give me that would contest the objective.
Okay,
now.
so I'll take a power axe then.
Take
Just the
powers.
guy at the
Yeah,
back.
the back.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect.
Okay.
So that's those bods.
Yep, and then you want to do some stuff. So what we are going to do is we're going to cut off. We're going to do all the small arms fire from the rhinos. You will probably shoot with that unit as well that has moved, and then we'll give you an update on how many are still surviving there. Okay, we're back, and we've actually done a lot of shooting. So we did the rhinos. Yes. We did that unit as well off camera, and it's whittled down to only 4 guys left. I have left 2 power axes and my power fist and my Vigilia. The objective is now his, so he doesn't have to charge me if he wants. You can just stay where it is. Then we have also shot the iron circle. Just a reminder, you can shoot at different units and then charge at something else. So he actually shot into there. He killed 2. I do need to take a pinning check now on a cool test.
Yes.
Which is 7.
Which you're fine.
So it's fine. So I think that we're seeing more why you do want a higher cool, because it's only a 7 on tactical, so you do want like characters and stuff, or upgrade your sergeants to be veterans.
Yeah, you can upgrade your sergeants to be master sergeants.
Master sergeants,
which makes them better, or you can upgrade the squad to be combat veterans, which
that's
makes
the
the
one
squad
I want, and makes them get a cool of 8 instead.
Yes.
Okay, so that's all the small arms fire done. Let's go on to just charges. Are you going to charge over there? Are you going to stay and get up?
I'm going to stay where I am, because
that's a good shout, because if I kill some in combat, then you would have less for me to overwatch and stuff like that. But remember that you maybe won't overwatch. You would just volley fire. No, you won't even do that.
No,
because I will step up into it. I do have to do a leadership test there.
You do have to do leadership, yes. You won't do anything. You're running.
So 1d6 plus my initiative is
so 5 inches back.
We can do that after. Yeah. Don't worry.
Oh, I forgot. I can fire my las cannons at you.
And then to finish off, we do have the las cannons, and they're firing into here.
I might as well.
You stayed put.
Yep. So
the las cannons will be damaged too.
You've only reacted once.
I'm going to smoke screen.
Smoke screen. Excellent. So I'll hit you on freeze. Of course, 2 will always fail, and 5's nope. Excellent.
Excellent. That was quick. Lovely.
Yes.
So are these guys charging?
Yes, they are charging.
Who are they charging into? Are you going to clear out my Praetor?
We're going to clear out your Praetor. We don't actually have to roll, because they've got a 2-inch setup move.
Perfect.
So they're just going to 2 inches.
And I can't react because I'm in combat anyway. So perfect. We have a combat and only 1 combat. And will you be challenging?
Will I be challenging? Well, you've got a reaction, so you can issue a challenge if you wanted to.
Yes.
But I think I will challenge.
It's Warlord versus Warlord, right?
It is Warlord versus Warlord, yeah. It has to
happen. Okay, so let's put them up here.
I will be challenged.
Because there will be a challenge. And let's go straight onto combat. Coming up. Okay, we're back. And first of all, obviously, we go into the challenge. At this point, after all the modifiers and negatives and all the extra shenanigans, like having models and the banner giving me extra, we are now at an initiative of 10 on my side. No, sorry, 8 on my side and 4 on yours. Now, I have used the Salamanders one, which is called
Duty is Sacrifice.
So the Gambit, Duty is Sacrifice. So I can actually allocate myself wounds, either 1, 2, or 3, automatic wounds at AP 5 damage 1, and I add that to my initiative step. So I'm actually going for 3. I'm fresh. I'm doing it straight away. So my initiative is currently 8 to 4.
Yes.
We both roll 1d6. Your Gambit was the one that I couldn't go for.
Feint and repose.
Yes.
Because I don't want you to pick finishing blows, because I know you're going to get like 6s, and it's going to be like instant kill.
Damage 3
damage
and all
3
that,
and take me out.
On the critical hits. Okay, perfect. So let's roll off, right? So 1d6 each.
If you actually get a 3, I can't win.
Okay. I can't win. Okay, so I'm going first.
Yes.
So I get an extra attack.
Yes.
So I go up to 6 attacks.
That's correct.
Our weapon skills are the same.
Both
so we're both hitting all 4s. No critical hits.
No critical hits, which is good to see.
Which is good to see. +1 strength.
So you want to be on 4s?
4s to wounds, because you're in Terminator armor.
Yeah.
So that is 4 saves. Yeah.
Excellent.
3 saves.
3 saves. Sorry,
3 saves.
So I'll do those now, because you can't kill me, but it's okay. I think 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Perfect. And you're down to 3 then.
Down to 3.
Because you are Terminator armor.
Terminator armor. Now I hit you back.
Yes.
So I'll throw it over here, so it's easy. I hit you twice, and then I wound you twice.
You can't wound me on 2s.
I can't wound you on 2s because you're a salamander.
So, 4 up, right?
4 up, yeah. You take 2 wounds.
Okay, take 2 wounds. So we're both taking 2 wounds. Perfect. So now we go on to these attacks. So again,
no, we don't. We carry on with the challenge.
Oh yes. What's happened if we draw? Again?
So as the challenger, I
Yes.
can now choose if I want to end the challenge here, or I can carry on
That's true.
to step 2 again.
Mhm.
And I would like to, because as I said, if you ever stop a challenge halfway, then
You're a coward.
you're a coward. So we're going back
and
to
we
step
don't want to
2.
be cowards.
We don't want to be cowards. no.
Perfect. So we go back to
Step
the same
2.
step 2.
Yep. So now you are the player with the challenge advantage because you won the focus roll. So you
Okay.
get to pick the gambit first.
Okay, but our initiatives have changed.
Now they've changed.
we
yes.
haven't really changed.
No, they've actually stayed the same.
We stayed the same at a -2.
At a -2. So
I am gonna go for. Is it my turn now? Because
Well,
I won the focus
you
roll,
want
right?
the focus, so you get to
So
pick
I'm gonna go for the extra damage,
you're going to go for finishing blows.
finishing blows. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm actually going to go for seize the initiative.
Okay.
So I'm going to
Extra
try.
dice, and I have a one.
You roll 2d6, pick the lowest.
And
I
you-
roll
the
2d6,
opposite.
pick the highest.
Okay, cool.
So our thing right now is
Yeah, so I would start at 5. I'll go over it for the
Yeah.
guys at home. So I would start at 5. I've lost 2 wounds.
yeah,
So I'm now going down to initiative 3.
3.
I'm not heavy. I don't have the weapon of choice
Choice.
is at normal initiative.
Yep.
So I am currently
At 3.
at 3. Yeah, that's it.
I would be on 5. I've lost 2 wounds, so
Yep.
I go down to 3.
You're
I
heavy.
am heavy, so I go down to 2.
Yep.
But
Thunder hammer.
and I've got a thunder hammer, so I'm on 0.
Yes.
But I have 10 models technically for my supporting attacks,
So
so
it
I go
goes up
to
to
2.
2. Okay, perfect. So you roll 2d6. Choose the highest.
Yes, I do.
That
That's
is a
a 5.
5. So I need a 5 or 6
Yeah.
on the lowest
On
dice.
the lowest
So I
dice.
need two 6s, 2 5s, or 5 or 6.
Exactly. No.
Nothing. Okay, so you are currently
I
going
am going
first, and you
first.
do get an extra attack.
So I've got 6 attacks.
Yes, I just get the 5.
Excellent. So I'm looking for 4s. Oh, we love to see it.
It's not looking good.
We love to see it.
Thunder
But
hammer
I
to the
can't wound
face.
you on 2s.
No.
Which is
It's good.
ridiculous. Ridiculous. But it doesn't
Okay,
matter.
still 4.
It doesn't matter.
It's still 4. I need a miracle here. No,
Oh.
and that is him
Dead.
perished. Perfect. So let's get some dice ready to attack here.
Yes.
That's the challenge 1. So he is going to get into the combat resolution my 4 wounds and 1 more
For-
for
for
being
command.
command, basically.
So I'm on 5.
Okay, so we go into combat. We're striking with the lightning claws first.
Yeah.
So a total of 5 attacks there each. So 10 attacks
10
hitting
attacks.
on 4s.
That's nice. It's not bad. These auto wound
Yes,
Right,
and
right.
AP2.
and AP2. So let's push those that way. And then these are looking for 6s, but 5s and 6s. No.
Nothing
They're
there.
too
And no
safe.
shred anymore.
And no shred.
So just 2. 4 ups.
Ooh.
That is 1 down to 1 wound remaining. And then we go down to,
The sergeants and your hammers.
yeah, sergeants and hammers.
Yes.
Okay, so hammer time.
Hammer time.
Hitting on, I'm going to go for your veteran squad.
Yep, of
This
course.
Praetorian squad.
I would do as well.
Just 2.
Just 2.
And 2's 2 wounds.
And that's 2
And
dead.
2 dead.
The 2 lightning claws are dead.
Are dead, yeah,
I'll
obviously.
remove them now in a minute. The sergeant, who has 5 attacks, 4
Okay.
plus 1 for being master sergeant,
Mhm.
hitting on freeze. That's
So he's
4.
got 4 attacks.
He's got 4 attacks base for being a Praetorian
Wow.
command or Praetorian sergeant,
Crazy.
and then master sergeant gives him 5.
And then fire drakes have 2.
Yes, and he's weapon skill 6.
And his weapons got 6.
So he's a mini centurion.
yeah, he
He's
is.
a mini centurion. When you're on freeze, ridiculously, honestly, you salamander, doesn't matter. That's 3 saves for you.
Damage 2, right?
Damage 2.
Okay, so 4 ups.
That's
And
a squad.
both dead. So we don't have to go into the iron circle, even though they would be striking at the same time.
As the
because
fists.
is it -3 on these?
It's -2, but they're initiative 3.
Okay,
So, initiative 1.
yeah, basically they would be last.
Yes.
Perfect. So no need to point up
Any
the
of that.
combat resolution because there's nothing there. But that concludes your turn,
Yes.
and you do get 2 points for this.
I get 2 points for
Are
that.
they vanguards or anything? No, right?
Unfortunately not. No,
Okay.
they're just a very good close combat
Okay,
unit.
so you get 2 points here,
Yep, I get 2 points for Slay the Warlord.
2 points for Say the Warlord,
I
4
get
points
4 points
there,
there to 8, and I get
and 4 points there.
to
So
12.
that is another 12, taking you to 26 to...
What did you? Oh, we didn't. 26. You had 9. Or what did you score last turn?
I scored
4,
this one.
8, and that was
I
contested.
scored that one.
Yep.
So 4, 8,
and that was under my control.
and that was excellent. So just 8 points more.
8 points more, so that would put you on
17.
17
Perfect.
to 20.
Okay, on to turn 3. Salamanders coming up. And we're back. Movement now over for the Salamanders. Now, before I go into my movement, we've just done a couple. So remember that the order of recordings is different to what you're seeing. So you might see some that we're doing it properly. You might see some that we're doing it badly. Yes. So as for the route sub-phase, we were still playing it as last edition, which is at the beginning of the phase, you roll. If you fail, you carry on running. If you win, you basically consolidate your initiative. That's what 2.0 was.
That's all gone.
That's all gone. Do you want to explain it?
Yeah, I'll explain it. So we can start with these guys. Yes. They were the most recent.
Yes.
So in my turn, they failed.
Which was last turn.
They failed and they
routed.
They fell back.
They routed.
So they fell back that way.
Yeah, which is routed.
Which is routed, yeah. Because it has to be away from my unit and not through them, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Then in your turn, they remain routed. Yeah, so they actually start running towards.
Yeah. So routed is at the end of the movement phase.
Yes, a route
and you can't do anything about it.
No.
Unless you have the likes of Nuciovox, or you're playing Thousand Suns and you have Psychic Power, which can remove it. Exactly. So you're always going to run if you're routed unless you've got things like that. So you have to move again. The only way of removing the status, which is routing, is at the end in the status step. Is it status step?
Yeah, status subphase.
Status subphase. That's the only way you can do it. So that's the easy one. So in my movement phase, I've again 1d6 plus my initiative back.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Then these gentlemen over here, they fled back from over here in your turn 2. They ran. And now in your turn 3, again, you failed your leadership on your turn 2.
Yes.
So they remained, routed.
Routed.
Now in your turn 3, in your route sub-phase, they rolled like a 10.
Yes.
But they've just all touched your board edge, so they stop there.
Yes, exactly.
Right, because it's within 24, so that is
so this is why that angle is slightly different as well, because it's now not the board edge.
Not this edge.
That's it. It's basically any edge in your deployment, which is better. Because that means that things are falling back. Because sometimes you were here, and it was like you had to get all the way there to fall back, where from there now you would have to go like there if you're playing Hammer and Anvil, etc. Exactly. Same as Dawn of War. So it's not back. So if you're here and you're playing Dawn of War, you can go straight this way and basically come. But it's not that deadly.
No, at all.
Explain that.
Now at the end, since he's touched that, he stops, and that's where he remains for the route subphase. Now at the end of your turn, in the effects subphase, you're going to do another leadership test here and another leadership test here.
Yes.
These guys, if you fail, they remain routed and they'll run in your route subphase.
I did take my Nuciovox because they did have a Nuciovox.
To be fair, you didn't think they were going to live.
Yeah, and I did want power access, to be honest.
These guys, however, is a bit more dangerous because if you fail your leadership at the end of your subphase and they remain routed, since they're going to start the route subphase in contact with your board edge, they need to take a leadership test. If you fail that leadership test,
run away.
They're off the board.
Yeah. But at least it's good because when you touch the table the first time, you don't go. You have to wait for the next one to sink. So it's very forgiving. And things like the Thousand Suns power is great because you just go, you're not falling off the table anymore. So as for movement, I've basically, as you can see from top down, I've basically moved my Pyroclast slightly up. My Rhinos have moved up now to start some shooting. I have shuffled. I have shuffled up here to get some shots into those tactical squads, and have fallen back with this Land Raider. Quite easy. It's very important that I do kill at least that one, which is scoring 4 points. I think it's going to be a bit more tough to take this off. Hopefully my Kratos finally does some work because I've been hoping just to teach you, because we've been talking about Kratos, and this is the first Kratos we come, and
we promise you against vehicles it's more deadly.
Yes. So let's go on to shooting. Coming at Raider time, firing into the Praetorian command squad. So I'm hitting on 3s here with the last cannons. And I'm
murdering on 2s.
Not murdering because I have moved, so they're not damaged too.
Oh, wow,
yeah. So yeah, last cannons are inferior in that sense. So that is 4 wounds, so that is 2 dead.
2 dead. So I will remove the 2 poor boys.
You do want the banner and the Thunderhammer there still. Okay, we move on to the Kratos next. And to be honest, I am going to... You have damage. It's very difficult to kill. Okay, I'm going to check the angle of the tactical squad there. No. Let me shoot into your warlord. I'm going to go for Slay the Warlords. Okay, so I've got the autocannon first.
I will shield wall.
Okay, can you quickly check what the autocannon... I can check on my mobile. The autocannon, if you stay still... I haven't been doing the heavy. I think it's an extra shot.
It might be heavy firepower because
I think it's an extra shot. I've got it right here. There's so many rules, guys.
Heavy firepower, yeah. So it's 3 shots.
It's 3 shots all the time on this one at least.
Yes.
AP is still the same.
AP is still the same.
And it's got breaching, rending.
Breaching, I believe it is now. I just had it here.
It didn't have breaching before, but I think it had rending.
It had rending before, but now it's just moved to breaching.
Yeah.
Let's quickly check on camera. Auto cannon, 2 shots, strength 7, AP 4, damage 2, breaching 6 up.
Breaching 6, so it's the same basically.
Yeah.
Damage 2 though. Sorry, that's. Damage 2, isn't
damage
it?
2.
I forget about
Damage
the damage 2. I don't think I've been doing the damage 2. Okay, so it's 3 shots. Let's do that first. 3 shots.
Yep.
And the coaxial basically is that it always shoots at the same target as the main gun.
Yes.
It's not twinning. It doesn't give you twinning.
Not anymore.
Strength 7.
Toughness 8 now because I've shield walled.
Lovely. So 7.
So 5s.
Oh, nothing there. Okay. And then we do the Kratos
Main gun.
which is 2 shots.
2 shots.
Hitting on 3s, 1 hit.
Yep.
And strength was 10, I believe,
Strength
right?
10, yeah, because you don't class as moving. So 1 wound.
1 wound, luckily.
And then 1 5 up.
Mhm.
No, so 1 robot takes 2 wounds.
Okay,
So he's down to 1.
1. And then I've got my 4 las cannons. So 4 las cannons hitting on 3s.
Yep.
And strength is 9.
Yep.
So I'm wounding on 3s because of shield wall. That is damage 2, 2, 2, but you do have your invulnerable
Fire
saves.
Yeah, I can do them all at the same time, but it
No,
doesn't
so
matter.
1 dies,
1 dies.
and these are 4 wounds each, aren't
4
they?
wounds each,
So that
yeah.
one dies as well.
Nope, because I half damage.
That's true, yeah. So it's he's down to 2.
wounds. But the
Nice.
shield trait is now removed.
Because there's not, you need more than
Majority of the unit has to have
units
shield.
has to teach. Okay, so what we are going to do now is let me do the 3 melters on that side from the
Yeah, of course.
pyroclasts. So 3, they are melter range.
What are you shooting into?
I'm shooting into, I want to take things off the table because there's still a points for last man standing.
Yeah.
Let me have a think because I'm going to measure if those melters are in melter range. Maybe I'll shoot into there and I'll shoot some flamers into there.
Good idea.
Let's double check. And in the meantime, I'm going to also do all the small arms fire from these 2 units into that squad. Okay, we're back, and I am going to do the pyroclasts into the rhino, but I've shot all the rest. So I've shot all these bolters into them. I've shot my 2 rhinos into them as well. I've only killed 4. My multi-melters did not go through, sadly, with the rolls of 1s on the wound. So now I'm going to shoot my melters from the pyroclasts.
Yes.
You want to fire back, don't you?
You know what, actually? I think I won't fire back because I think I'll save it for the Overwatch.
Okay, do you want to smoke?
Sorry.
You want to smoke?
I've only got 1 reaction left.
Okay, so you want to save.
Yep.
Okay, so hitting on 3s, 2 hits,
Yep.
and then strength 8 to front
So
12,
4s.
4s to pen, because they've got armor vein, both pen.
That's hidden dead.
Yeah, so some flames there.
Yes.
As we go along, you can forget one of the blast templates.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
on
yes.
you, we can show off those. Perfect. Okay, and then that's what my shooting.
Yes.
At the end of the shooting phase, you need to do a leadership test. If not, you route.
Oh
you
my
route.
God, they're routed.
Yeah, so they
Oh,
are
wow.
routed. So it's 1d6
Plus my initiative.
plus your initiative,
So that is
5 inches, and you go towards the closest edge. So now we can show on camera where it is.
So 9 inches this way
Yeah,
around
and
you.
closest route. So all the way there. Perfect. And now I am going to charge.
Yeah,
I guess.
And I can't Overwatch you.
Yep, you can't overwatch because you have a status on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge you with my 3 pyroclasts.
Yeah.
1d. Do I lock?
Nope. You can step up, yeah.
Step up because are they heavy?
You're not heavy from last I checked. Pyroclasts. Let's have a look. Nope, you're
No.
infantry.
So I move 3 inches, I think.
Yeah, because your initiative is 4 and
My
your
movement is 7.
that actually just gets you straight in. But
Does terrain affect that?
no,
Okay.
doesn't affect it. Or it doesn't affect your charge. Your
Yeah.
step, I don't
It doesn't matter. I definitely am in, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Can you volley fire though?
I'll have to check if you can volley fire under the
Okay.
status.
But do I get in anyway?
You can get in straight away.
Okay, let's get in straight away, and I
Alright.
won't.
Happy days.
The problem is if I can also volley fire, right?
You can also volley fire.
Let's just
because
get into
you're in
combat.
backable advance.
Yeah, we'll double check this if that you can volley fire if you are statist,
Yep.
but we shall check and then go into combat basically.
Yes.
See you in a second. Okay, we're back.
Yes.
And Kieran's going to explain where we are at now.
Yes. So just to confirm before, yes, step ups are not affected by by difficult terrain.
Yep.
Cool. If you chose to step up,
Yes.
you could bring us into combat,
Mhm.
and we wouldn't be able to make volley attacks.
Yes.
Even if you're routed, you can make volley attacks.
Yep.
So that's clear all that. So because the Pyroclasts also have Implacable Advance, you've chosen to take back the step up because you want to flame me.
Yes.
Which makes sense because you have Implacable Advance.
Exactly, and I want to do that.
And you want to do that.
Especially with flamers, which are not snap firing.
Exactly.
So I've total of 18 hits. So here we go. Strength 6 as well. So choose 2 wounds.
Yeah. Lots of ones, please.
1, 2, 3, 4 ones. So that is 14 wounds.
14
then.
wounds, right. This is my bolters. My bolters hitting you on 5.
Yes, 5. Yep.
Snap firing.
Nice.
It's 4. And looking for 4s. That's
3
saves.
Okay, so I'll do my 3 saves really quickly first.
Nope, you're fine.
You're fine because I have 2 ups.
Yeah.
That scared me a bit.
4,
And then 80, 6,
10,
14.
12,
There you go. 2 more.
I don't know if I
Use these dice that they always fail.
Watch it, they're all going to be 1.
They all pass except for the green dice. Oh, they pass now.
Now
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all dead.
5, right?
5. Okay, 5.
The Sergeant lives.
Sergeant lives. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Vulcan
5.
lives. Well, actually, you know what? If I do these guys, I take away the Sergeant. Aha, now you can't charge me.
Perfect. And you also...
I would normally have to take a panic test, but I'm already routed. So.
Yeah, but you statuses add to each other, remember? So you get the routed status and the panic status.
Is panic a status? No, panic causes routing.
Ah, panic causes routing. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
You're thinking of suppressed, stunned, or pinned.
That's okay. Sorry, I need to get used to all this.
No, it's fine.
Okay, and then I can't do anything now, right?
No.
I can't consolidate or do anything. Because the step up is basically consolidation now.
Yep.
And I am more than 6 inches away, which is my maximum. It's 2d6 choosing the highest, which would be perfect. So that is the end. Do you have to do anything? No, in the movement phase you would route again.
Yes.
Okay.
Now he's gonna run this way, touch the board, and then
stop until the next one.
Until my next one.
Okay, that was my turn 3. I score. Oh, you can statuses.
Statuses before you.
Statuses round. Statuses turn. What is it called?
Status subphase.
Subphase. Okay.
So you got these gentlemen right here.
Yes.
Leadership
so this
8.
is a leadership. So they lose the status, but I stay put. And this means that if they were on an objective, you would score them, which is huge. And then remember that new shield boxes, you would do it at the beginning of
the start phase.
Start phase, which is before anything. You can take the status off, and that means that you can move, shoot, act as normal. And then we've got the other Pyroclasts with my champion.
Pyroclast, oh yeah.
Yeah, Pyroclast.
6, 7, 8, 9, they fail.
Is it leadership 8?
This champion's leadership 8. So you're going to be there and the start of your next round.
And he's not 9, right?
The Pyroclast?
Leadership, yeah. Pyroclast Warden is 9. I think I got a 9 before.
Yeah.
I think I got a 9 before.
So the Pyroclast is better than a console?
Yeah. Boom. There's been a lot of brain explosions. So they lose it. Now, they should have been actually closer because we ran it back. But we're all learning, so we're going to keep it where it is.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's turn 3 done. Points, I score 4 points for here.
Yep.
And that's it, really. That's it. Sadly. Let's go on. Oh, did you have to do leadership?
I did have to do another one there. You're very right. Yes.
Both, right? Here, did you check if you had to do it here?
Let's see if I...
Let's roll and we'll double check. So this one, we know we have to.
Yes, we know we have to with that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one.
5, 6, 7, 8. That should be fine.
They should be fine, yeah, because they're veterans. And then the automaton boys, if they have
5, 6, 7, 8. That's fine. Perfect. Okay. So no statuses on them. On to turn 3. Iron Warriors. Okay. On to turn 3, and we've actually thought about the points a bit. There's a couple of things. Kieran's got the upper hand, but there is a couple of things that I can do in my turn to win it if it goes really well. So we're basically going to play your turn, which I can't do anything about. You're going to score those tasty 6 points because you're still on it there. You're still on it here. I can't do anything about it. He's not going to be silly enough into shoot into things because that means that I can shoot back, and basically that's going to be very silly of him.
Exactly.
But we do have to go into turn 4, my last turn, and then we'll explain why. So the Rhinos moved up all the way to get some shots and try and remove some casualties from that squad so that they rout and not get onto that objective on turn 4. And whilst he moved, I've actually used my movement reaction to actually move towards this, and I'll explain why on turn 4. So no top-down camera because it's only been 1 movement of the Rhino. And it's going to be a very quick shooting phase as well, because it's basically just the Rhino firing.
The Rhino and the what do you call it, the bolt cannon.
And this bolt cannon?
Yeah.
Into?
Probably these Marines here.
Okay, so this is what I mean. Do you want to do that?
It's got pinning, so if you get the status, you can't score.
That's true, because I will shoot back, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm toughness 7, so 6 is to wound me.
Yeah, okay. But you've got 2 wounds. Just
Yeah,
to
it's
let
okay.
you know.
I feel confident.
Okay, so this is his shots, right? The 6 shots from the
6
pinning
shots
on
from
on him.
So looking for, are you going to shoot back?
I will shoot back, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because I've got 2 more reactions.
Yeah, of course. And then looking for freeze, 1's wound.
1 wound.
Yeah. Which is damage too.
Yeah, I need to do a pinning check anyway, because it's just, you just need to wound. And a 3 up. That's a pass, but I think I need to do a pinning check, right?
We'll check if it's an unsaved wound.
Okay, you can do that whilst I check out, whilst I start to shoot back.
Yes,
so I've got 20 shots shooting back, because everybody can see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm quite sure you just need to
hit you, right? Or wound you, sorry.
Wound me, yeah. It doesn't say anything about unsaved wounds.
Right.
Okay, so these are all hits. That is a hit. And then 6s. 1 for now. 2, which is what I need. Now these guys are in circular 2+ now, right?
Sorry?
I'm in circular 2+,
yeah.
They were 3+.
They were 3+. Yeah. Cause 1 or more wounds. Yeah, you're right.
It's wounds, right?
Yeah. Regardless
now, is that regardless of it, it says that, right?
Yeah, regardless whether you save it.
Saying just wounds, is it like, well, is it a wound on the dice, or is it a wound of actual wounds?
Yeah.
Okay, so these guys I think were 5 wounds each before, but they've gone down to 4.
Yep.
The 2+ and the minus the half damage, I think they're much better now.
I think I would figure it out, yeah.
Okay, so just 2.
Oh, just 2. Oh,
just 2. You've passed them all,
yes.
so it doesn't matter. Perfect. And I need to take a pinning check, which is a cool check.
Yeah.
And they are
6, 7, 8. Yeah, you're fine.
5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't cool 7?
Oh, maybe.
On a tactical squad?
On a tactical squad.
Yeah, I think the sergeant isn't better. That's it. So you just go at the very front.
You'd think the sergeant would be...
No. It's just the leadership on the sergeants. Something, again, we need to get used to. But the route, this is all the same.
Yeah, 7.
Yeah, cool 7. So I failed.
You failed.
And guess what? That
concludes the game.
Concludes the game because, oh no, I've got a Nucio Vox.
Oh, you do.
I've got a Nucio Vox, so I can still be. So we'll put a little token there.
Yes.
And then we go on to the Rhino.
The Rhino,
that's going to fire into the tactical. So a lot of information being thrown at you guys at home. Same as us. We're sorry, but we're getting through it in the end. So
Rhino's bolters.
Yes.
That's 3 hits and 4s to wound you. That's no wounds.
No wounds. And the melter hits
and kills 1.
And kills 1.
Not enough to cause.
Not enough to finish him. So that finishes off your turn.
You don't want to be cheeky and fire the las cannons just because.
Oh yeah, you might as well. Yeah,
if I can
all
make
go
you
through.
Worse,
if they all go through, you can kill him.
I could kill him. Yeah. No, he's not going to die, but it's okay.
Okay, and then 5s and 6s,
but it doesn't matter.
Nothing. Perfect.
I don't think he's actually done anything.
I even forgot about that.
I forgot he was there.
Okay, so that concludes your turn.
Yep.
Points wise, you would score 4 here.
Yep. And
2 here, taking you to
32.
32 points to my 21. Now, we're going to talk to you about what would happen now. So, what would happen is that I'm going to move on to there. I'm going to score those 4 points.
Yes.
Nothing he can do. Oh, you do have to do a route test?
At my turn 4.
At your turn 4. Because we didn't mention that, but he's basically routed towards the
touched the wall, yeah.
Yes. So these guys are going to move there. I'm going to score it. He can't stop me.
Before anything.
This one. So command status subphase.
You know what's funny? I don't think you have a command actually.
No.
Oh wait, he is a command. Yeah.
He's a command.
So you can use him.
Which is leadership 8.
8 anyway.
Is it leadership or cool test? It's cool.
I think it's cool.
Cool. But maybe the Nucio Vox is different.
Well, I'll triple check. Let's have a look. Death of Glory, reactions.
Not Nucio Vox. You need to check what the Nucio Vox says.
Yeah,
if you have to check. Maybe the Nucio Vox is different to anything else. We'll check that.
We'll check that.
I'll roll because if it's low, it's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
4, 5, 6. It's fine, but we'll double check that and we'll come back in a second. Okay, we're back. And I'll explain turn 4 because Kieran probably won't have to go into turn 4. It's all down to me. So what I've done is I've moved both rhinos up one at a time. I have stayed put with my Kratos. I have stayed put with my Land Raider, especially I want to get that damage too on the las cannons. I've stayed put over there because I want to get the objective, and I'm still in line of sight and in range with all my bolters, so which they are 2 shots now for every within 24. I've also stayed put, so I'll get 30 shots into them. I moved.
I forgot as well.
Yes.
I want to take an intelligence check to try and repair that guy.
That is when does that?
That's at my movement phase.
In your movement phase,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I forgot to do it. Oh, he failed.
Fails.
Double six.
Does something happen?
Nothing happens. I just don't repair him.
You just don't repair him.
Which is a shame because I could repair 3 wounds.
3 because the server one gives you
It
plus
gives you
1,
plus
right?
1.
Okay, so I've moved up with the Pyroclasts.
Yep.
And I was about to flame him, but he's been smart and used one of his movement reactions to move back, still within that objective. So what I need to do is I need to make these guys rout or clear them out.
Yes.
And I need to kill all this. If I do that, I win the game by 1 point.
1 point.
If I don't do that, you win the point. You win by
1 point.
By 1 point. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start off. Let's do 3 melters in here. Do you want to shoot back?
Into those guys.
Yes.
I might as well. Yes.
Is it? I don't think it's even worth it at this point because I've got more units than you 100%.
Yeah.
So even if you kill them, it doesn't really matter. So we don't have to waste time.
No, yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter.
Right? You would in normal Nook circumstances.
If we were close, well, I've actually got one here as well. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't matter.
Okay, so 3 melters, 2 hits,
Yep.
and 2s to kill. That is 2 dead. Okay, and then I'm going to do my combi bolter. First, my 2 melters on my rhinos.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. These dice hit 1 hit, 1 doesn't, basically. And then the combi bolters, first one is all hits, 1 wound, and all hits, 2 wounds. Did you pass that one?
Pass
so 2
1
more wounds.
and pass
All
those.
passed. Okay. So nothing else is firing into them.
But that's a leadership test.
So we can speed things up again. Let's do a leadership test
Yes.
because nothing else. I need. The problem is I need to find.
You need to kill them.
Yes.
They
5
fail.
and a 5. Okay, so they are now routed. So they're not scoring.
No.
Mission 1 accomplished.
Achieved. Yeah.
Okay, so now it's down to killing all this. Let's go for the 4 las cannons. Let's go for the 4 las. God, what do I do first? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 30 shots first and try and clear out these veterans here. Okay, we're back. 14 wounds, 13 shots from those bolters. Here we go. 2 up saves.
So 1 dead.
1 dead
and 1 on 1
1
wound.
on 1 wound. Okay. Now I need to
dangerous.
snapfire.
Now you need to snap fire.
I need to snapfire.
But if you get this snap firing, I think you deserve it.
Yes, I do. Very tactical at the very end. Okay, so I guess the leadership doesn't really matter, right?
It does because the sergeant's got +1 leadership.
Okay,
so he needs to take
we keep him.
Yeah.
25%. Shall we do it? No, it doesn't matter. You wouldn't know at this point.
I wouldn't know, no.
So that would be cheating on my side. Okay, so I'm going to do Kratos half damages. He stayed put. He's damage 2. Everything is damage 1. I'm going to go into here. So no shield wall, right?
Whoopsie. No shield wall. No.
Okay.
I think you need to kill that warlord and just rely on me failing that leadership.
Yes. So two autocannons. No, 3 autocannons.
3 autocannons because you never count as moving.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Strength 7 to
Toughness 7.
Majority. So that is 1
1
and it's breaching.
And it's breaching. So 1 5 up. No.
No, damage 1. It would be damage 2, but it goes to damage 1.
Damage 1.
And then I'm going to do the melter cannon, which is 2 shots now. 1 hit always. It's been 1
That's all
hit
you need.
And 1 wound.
And 1 wound. 5 up. No.
No, so he's dead.
dead.
And now the las cannons 2. 4 las cannons.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s.
It's down to 3 wounds.
3 wounds. And these are damage 2.
These are damage 2. So I need to pass 2 of these.
Yes.
I need to pass 2 of these. He's on 3 wounds.
Yes.
All
So
right.
5 ups. 4 ups.
4 ups. Do you want 1 at a time?
1 at a time, yeah.
First one. He passes.
Passes.
Second one. He fails.
Fails.
This is
Third
always
one.
the third one. He passes.
Okay, so he's down to 1 wound remaining. So that means that I need to either risk it for a biscuit and get Slay the Warlord and hope that you fail,
Or
snapfire.
But defensive weapons don't snapfire. Sponsons don't snapfire.
But sponsons don't snapfire.
So you can try.
But if I snapfire, no. Oh, but it's true. So
but
I have to put 1 gun into different units.
So right now, your best bet is 1 las cannon to him, 1 las cannon into him.
Yes, and that's it. At normal ballistic skill.
And you can even actually do 1 las cannon into them if you want to.
No,
try and
that
be
doesn't
cheeky.
matter.
Doesn't
because
matter.
you don't have a Lucio box, so I'm not worried about that.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm going to do I know, but they have to be different targets. Right? I'll
Yeah.
put one into the Land Raider. So,
You don't have to shoot the middle one, remember. You can shoot the 2 other side
okay,
ones.
so you don't have to shoot all your guns,
No,
right?
you don't have to.
Okay, so I'll put 2 into... I think I have to do that.
You
because
have
I
to,
need
yeah. You have no other
I need
choice.
to do it. Or risk it and just go everything into him and do a leadership
Or do
test.
that, yeah. But he's leadership 9.
Yeah,
Because
can't
he's
risk
a
it.
master
Okay,
sergeant.
split it up. So,
Warsmith.
leadership, Warsmith first, hitting
Yeah.
on 3s,
Both hit.
wounding on 2s.
Both wound.
That is a 50-50. She should die, one at a time again. 4 up,
He dies.
He dies.
That's Slay the Warlord.
slay the warlord for 2 points. The other 2 going into him.
Yeah, hit on 2s. Oh,
hit.
don't roll a 1.
2s to win the game.
2s to win the game. That's it.
Wow.
Good game.
So that finishes off. So I would tally up for 2 points for Slay the Warlord, 2 points for
4 points
Last
for
Man
that.
Standing,
Yep.
4 points and 4 points, that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, taking me to a total of 33 points to your 32, which you can't score anything and you don't have enough on the table
No.
to kill 4 units.
None to your
in total.
boxes. That's why it's very
None to your
important.
boxes,
None
yes.
to your
And
boxes.
chaplains.
Actually, you know
Because
what?
we saw the chaplain profile and we were like, it's got nothing.
No.
The only thing it's got is a cool of 10. And now we're like, okay,
But you know what I've just realized?
yes.
Wouldn't even matter. I have no command on the board.
Oh, it's true.
I have no command
That
on
is
the board,
something
so it
else.
wouldn't even matter.
Amazing. Okay, so win for the Salamanders, which I feel are very strong this edition.
Yes.
Let's talk about it all. End of game conclusion coming up. And there we have it, the end of the game and a win to the Salamanders. Cracking game to the very, very last. We've had some games where, if you've seen our video already, one of the changes that we do talk about is the high scoring, which we're not sure about yet. But then there's games like today's game, which have won by a point.
By a point, yeah.
So very, very close to the very end, which is what we want. We want, in
Yes.
addition, to be games like that. We want it to be to the very end. And it was to the very last roll, basically.
We found that if you listen to the book and lay out the map the way the book tells you to lay out, it can be very uneven.
Yes, definitely.
Whereas if you do a preset layout with equal advantages, then
it's one of the things that we will be doing. We'll let you know what preset deployment for objectives are for each of the 3 missions. So that will be an easy PDF for you guys to follow. Because like Karen's just said, that if you actually push objectives towards one of the sides, they can high score very, very quickly, which did happen in the Ultramarines versus Sons of Horus game, which you have probably seen by now. Now, let's talk about the game. Salamanders, they're so strong, probably one of the strongest legions in the book itself. They have 2 legion traits, more than anybody. Their legion trait is one of the most powerful, where you can't wound them on 1s and 2s. We might have forgotten in a couple of instances, but when it came to the crunch and we remembered, you could see just how different it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, like Thunder Hammers and Power Fists are no longer wounding you on 2s, so there's no longer that guarantee.
Yeah, it's more like in combat. Like suddenly, the things that are really going to kill you are those Thunder Hammers and Power Fists with the damage to, especially with 2 on bundles. I mean, and suddenly you're surviving.
What you have to see is my Centurion against your Pyroclast. It's like, failed, cool.
It's such a good little Legion trait. Again, apart from that, their units are just great. The Fire Drakes, we haven't seen their true potential, but in friendly games, we have seen just how good they still are. Pyroclasts have just gone from good to even better. And I think Salamanders are one to look out for. A bit of the Imperial Iron Warriors. When you look at the trait, it doesn't feel like a lot, but then there's so much out there for reactions and pinning reactions are just statuses are so important that not having any minuses to those cool checks and leadership checks is quite huge, isn't it?
It's big. I mean, just one on the you said the Pyroclast, right? They've got Panic 2 Flamers, which didn't affect me because of the Iron Warrior trait, but it would have affected anyone else.
It would be huge for anybody else because that just makes you rout straight away. Just some Flamers hitting you, -2 to your cool check or leadership check, is it?
Leadership,
leadership check, and suddenly you are running, you're routing, you're running away. So not having those penalties are very, very good.
Big.
A bit hesitant about the things like there's no Iron Havocs anymore.
No.
But there is obviously the Tyrant Siege Terminators here. A bit too expensive, 300 points for 5. We're a bit iffy still.
Their missiles aren't great. Like, don't get me wrong, I didn't want Fumentar's 2.0 missiles, but I would have liked a bit more.
Yeah. It just needs an AP2 missile, even one shot.
Yeah.
It just really needed that. Now to the game. Again, we've said it was a very close one. The mission is quite cool with 2 objectives on the table. But let's quickly talk about a bit about the edition. So I'm on my 12th game. You're quite similar. You may be on even more than that. As a team, I think we've played like 20 games to this point. We're still obviously learning the game. We're still finding out things. So depends what game you have played. Depends if we've fixed up little mistakes from the edition or not. But we're loving it. We think the core rules have been great addition.
Yes.
There's been a lot of hard work, I know, from obviously the rules writers and the play testers, obviously. And we're really happy with the core mechanic of the game. The changes that there has been good. The things that they've taken off that were clanky weren't needed. So positive throughout the rule sets.
It's definitely the scale of weight where we are upset that there has been a loss of weapon option and flavor across the board. But to weigh that out to how the game plays now, and it's much more smooth. It's not so clanky.
Definitely,
I think it's a good balance.
There's one thing to look out for though. It's much more difficult to get into 3rd edition than it was to get into 1st and 2nd. There's a lot more intricacy. There's pockets within pockets. There's a lot of that. So don't worry about that. It was normal. It happens to us. We are now, like I said, 10, 12 game. And we are now really enjoying the game. Seriously, like I left the studio yesterday after a game with the Lunar Wolves and Night Lords. And seriously, we were both really happy with the game mechanics. So be positive at the start. I know it's going to be a bumpy ride with all the flavor going in some cases. But there is flavor on other sorts in the game itself, like the likes of weapons and other choices like that. But there's more on that with other videos where you can go and check out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't. And if you want more content, check out SN Plus down below for extra content, more battle reports. There's already more 3rd edition battle reports on there for your viewing pleasure. And Patreon is very important. If you already support us on SN Plus and want to get extra perks and join our WhatsApp Global Heresy community with over 150 participants there, come and join us. Again, the link is below. That's it for us. We'll see you in the next battle report very soon.
See you
Goodbye.
guys.